last Friday. You all woke up from a horrifying, impactful dream from the Queen of Dreams, the Lady of the Night, Queen of the Dead, the Titan Lutheria herself. These dreams seized your mind and affected you in very different ways. Lycus forgot almost everything. Sorry, I have a 6-year-old creeping up on my leg. Lycus forgot almost everything except for who he was. Aina was stuck in essentially a coma, battling a dragon in her mind for several days. Euron couldn't hear anything as the screams tormented her, and Cyanus. Yeah, and Cyanus found himself not in control of his body. Many role-playing jokes and everything else ensued, and after everybody had recovered from the situation, you all visited Aesop to find out more about the location for your next great labor, the Necropolis at Telamok. The last great labor you are destined to fulfill, should you be able to do so, before you are ready to sail the seas and face the Titans themselves, hoping to avert the everlasting doom of Thylea. So, when we left off, you decided that for a day or two you wanted to recover a bit from your recent ordeals. You wanted to do some shopping, which we did offline. And now we come back into the moment. It is the morning. It has been, we'll say, 7 days since you last arrived in Astoria. You have rearmed. You have to talk to the good people of Astoria. And you are ready to begin this next leg of your adventure. As you sit up in your beds in the Dragon's Tooth Inn, sunlight filters through the window, and the scene is yours.
Good morning.
You all good today? Lutheria wasn't a bitch last night, maybe? Hopefully?
I can hear you, so yes.
Well, Ina's awake, so that's a good sign.
Very good sign.
Are you guys talking? What's going on? I can't hear anything.
Lycus, I swear to... I grab a pillow and I whip it at his face.
But for real, that shit was funny. I'm just saying.
I would not know.
Hey, Cyanus, you got my money? You got my money, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, you gonna have that back?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you. I will take my 30 gold back.
Should have kept it as an inconvenience fee.
You know what? I do donate to charity all the time, but no, he's not getting to keep this one.
Yeah, I just took 30 bottles of wine basically out of his budget.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Oh, Lycus, by the way. I actually have something for you.
I love presents.
So I realized these actually... So I'll pull out the spectacles from my bag. The spectacles of elegant presence. And I believe these make it easier for... Well, not a little easier for persuasion and performance, you know. All of those good things that come from having a pretty face. And I think they would serve you much better than they would serve me.
I agree. Not that you don't have a pretty face. It's just hard to convince and persuade people when you got...
Yes, I'm fully aware of that. I'm about as charismatic as a rock. Even before all of this.
Oh, but you're still the prettiest rock around.
I take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Of course, how else would you... Oh, you're teasing. Okay, I take my glasses. What were their name again?
The Spectacles of Elegant Presence.
I love it. I just loved hearing my name attached to that.
Makes me wish I was still sleeping.
Oh, alright.
I meant to ask, Ash, are you doing alright, Anna?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
I thought the way you described the nightmare, I just thought I'd check in.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Dreams are dreams. Being awake is being awake. So.
I suppose. Yeah. Ugh. So I hate to tempt fate any further, but I don't think Luthera was not very creative with mine. It was the same nightmare I had before, just louder.
How original.
Exactly.
Bitch is slipping.
Or maybe she had a certain budget for how much she was willing to torment you, and she used it all up on you three.
A nightmare budget.
Exactly.
I mean, mine just had me getting stabbed in the back, so...
I mean, I just woke up and looked at you. I mean...
Alright, so, before we head out to the Necropolis, do we need anything?
If we can find an armorer in town, I would love a sword that does a little more damage.
Yeah, I could restock the old backpack.
Also,
Traveling wear.
Also, Ina, you and I need bedrolls. Or is it? Or does it mean Lycus? I can't remember whose bedroll was
Lycus.
My bedroll.
Like,
Although it's
okay.
very possible that could have come from Ina's backpack.
It
I
didn't.
was about to say, I don't think she actually carries them.
Lycus, you and I
look
need
like it.
bedrolls.
I need a weapon since I gave mine to Vulcan.
Got it. Alright, well, as your humble treasurer, here's some money, here's some money, here's some money.
I already had 145 gold. It's like, oh.
And then I get to have more than 4 silver at a time?
I just keep looking at you all weird, like, what?
I had to, on my way here, I had to bribe a lot of people to have not seen me.
I think I bribed a lot of people to not see you. When we first came in, I had to buy your armor. That, you know.
That, yeah, there we
Yeah.
go, thank you.
What were you thinking? I was being charitable.
I was talking about having to bribe people, but
I just call it paying for services, but whatever. All right, let's go shopping. Oh, wait, we need breakfast. I'm going to run down and get breakfast. Y'all start heading out. I'll meet you with the mead.
I was going to
the meat. And mead, whatever.
I was going to say, I thought you would never forget breakfast.
Oh, I don't forget breakfast. I just always needed to start my day. I just needed to start my travels.
All right, so everybody's going shopping except for Lycus and Lycus is joining you after his breakfast. Yes. Okay. Lycus, your breakfast, the only breakfast they have available for you is some scrambled goose eggs and fruit.
Oh.
On the house, of course.
Of course.
As Delphion brings it out to you. Everybody
He's a
else,
doll.
he is. He likes you all very, very much.
I thought you said Miss Delphion. I was like, oh, I thought it was the wife.
No, Delphion is a doll, though. He asks about the horses and makes small chatter with you.
Oh, I know, it's fine.
After a very brief amount of time, Lorius finds his way there and helps himself to a seat next to you and also passes the time with you as well.
Oh, yeah, we chit-chat, go over things, talk about his mom. Pleasant, how is his mother? Kind of thing.
Got it. Too easy. So you spend a brief time. Everybody else, the Agora is buzzing already early in the morning. All of the traders brought in by Kreios from the pending, looming, not yet started wine festival in Mitros are still there, so you can, as we discussed, you can go ahead and purchase whatever you want. Just kind of hand wave over that since we already did all that thing. But anything notable that you got that's really cool or anything you want to shout out, go ahead. But yeah, we'll just kind of hit the fast forward button there.
While I was walking around, I found a stall that had like these really, really nice like fur coats. So
Very cool.
got one for each of us.
They were. They were in fact made of a very, very nice, thick elk skin with streaks of white horizontally kind of going across here and there. Made very, very well.
Other than that, I found some bedrolls and those health potions.
Yep, you got it.
I suspect Aina and I are walking in unison towards whoever has weapons. If there's an armorer, blacksmith sort of thing. Likely the person who maybe made the armor I'm currently wearing.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I'm going to try and find a nice longsword.
Yes, longswords. There are longswords aplenty. The Thylean version, anyway. Not going to trouble you with the fancy names, but bronze longswords, for sure. Also, you were a little bit quiet there. I don't know if you kind of faded out for me. Just something to keep an eye on.
No, I'll figure it out. Give me a moment.
You're good.
I'm gonna buy some more darts. Or some needles, excuse me, some blowgun needles, some fine-tuned ones.
You got it.
You know, definitely look around and so looking for some new pipes too. You know, kind of just seeing what we got. Anything artistic? Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my all-natural wooden pine ones, but they don't hold up their ability-wise very well. So you know, I'm gonna be on the lookout to see if I find a nice set of pipes.
Too easy.
And I'm strumming this fiddle as I'm going down the. I'm sure I have a little parade of kids every now and again. At least in my head, I think I do. So I'm dancing like I am.
Of course you do. Adults and kids alike follow each of you everywhere you go for your own in particular skills and reputation. All right. I know Aina grabbed a great axe, so there's that. If at any point you need a break, Julie, just let me know, okay? All right. Glorious was very, very interested in what happened last time you left, and he makes it no small secret that he really hopes you will not leave again without letting him know, because he worried greatly when you all left.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I thought you were just really occupied. I will remember that next time.
All right. So, shopping hand-waved successfully, I believe. No?
Just out of curiosity, if I wanted to get anti toxin vials or poison control assistance, would I be able to get like 2?
Let me find out.
They're 50 gold a piece. That's just want to make sure if that's something I could find here. Yeah, however you want to roll.
Rolled really, really shitty.
That's fine. If it's a no, it's a no.
I will say that you did find 2.
Or do you think I could derive my own?
You could certainly attempt to make them.
Or try.
You could certainly attempt to make them, yeah.
Okay.
Assume, yeah.
I'll think about that in the future, but for now, I'll buy one if I have the ability to.
Sure.
Okay.
You got it.
I'm gonna drop 1. Let me add all that.
If I'm anywhere nearby, Lycus, or getting his antitoxin and seeing, oh, there's only one, I will go to my bag and wrapped up in this it's very bundled up in cloth. I'll kind of pass it over and say, 1 more for you too.
No, you keep that in case I can't get to you next time.
Alright, sure.
And I just push your hands back and be like, no, you keep this one.
Lycus.
Yes. If I can't get to you, you'll be unprotected.
Lycus, I appreciate the care. Would you take the drama?
I couldn't survive if you fell to a point.
Would you take the drama and tone it down about 100%?
If Ina jumps across somewhere and goes stabby stab and gets her ass kicked and poisoned, I need someone to shove that down her throat while I keep the rest of you alive.
That is more... Yes, thank you. Do you have the glasses on already?
Absolutely I do, and they're shining a lovely blue.
They do so to you better.
I do think so, thank you.
Makes your eyes look bluer somehow. I know that sounds like a compliment, but I mean like Yeah.
Yeah, he's just relaxed. Just having a great time. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's everything I needed. Santa.
Okay, so you have all the items you think you may need. What else in Astoria
I
before
feel
you
like that's
set
such a
off?
loaded question.
I phrase things particularly to inject doubt. That doesn't mean that you did anything wrong, I assure you.
Yeah.
I already am an anxious potato who second guesses everything. You're just taking that and just going, you know what?
You'll be okay. If you're always, look, think of it this way. If you're ever 100% sure you've got it locked down, that's when you're probably going to screw up. So, you're fine. All right.
Sionis.
Uh-huh.
I know, I imagine we're leaving soon. You gonna say goodbye to your dad before you go? Or...
Yeah, there's some things I need to tell him before we leave.
Like how he's come in and all of a sudden he hears his son's name sung as a hero of the prophecy?
I mean, he'd probably like that. But there's some things I need to settle with him. Nothing bad.
Take that as a you do not want us around for that.
I mean, if you guys want to tag along, I'm fine. Just know shit might get a little uncomfortable. Didn't mean to crack that like so
That's
loud
okay.
to the mic.
It happened when the cat walked across the screen, so it's fine. It was perfect.
If you wouldn't
alright.
mind, I would gladly tag along.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I'll stay behind. Family business is family business.
I am so joining this drama.
Oh, satyrs.
There's going to be a new verse.
We are family. All satyrs are family.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's go find my dad.
Where are you going? Anywhere in particular?
Wherever he is.
He was staying at the palace. You have seen him around town. It's a fair bet that he's at the palace. If not, somebody there should probably know where he is. So,
Okay.
all right. So, you make your way up to the palace of Astoria. As you climb the street, you see the sun rising over the top of the palace, and it's illuminating the front porch with the marble colonnades, the massive marble walls, and all the amazing pediments and bas-relief carvings all around you. People flitter by completely inconsequential to you. And you see up on the front porch what appears to be a bar table, or at least some other small wooden table that does not really fit the setting, has been pulled out on the porch, and there are two individuals seated at the table, which you recognize as Kreios and Kira, with several of the nobles, the Astorian nobles, sitting behind Kira, and several of his entourage standing behind Kreios. They appear to be leaning over the table looking at something, and as you get closer, rising up the steps before you, you see a small board with several pieces, and what we would know kind of similar in shape and size to pawns in chess. Shaped that way, the board itself has several squares on it, a wider section and then a narrow, and then it kind of branches off into two different ones. And you see them taunting each other and staring down each other and trying to wink, and you gather that they're playing a game involving some type of strategy, a competitive game, of course. Everybody behind them either whispering or quiet. And as you walk up, they glance in your direction and nod, but they go back to their game, seeming intently focused on what they're doing.
Oh, what you got here? And I run up. Oh, is this Dragons and Dummies? I heard about this one. It's where you gotta take like your humans and your minotaurs, and you attack his humans and minotaurs, and then out of nowhere come the bird people. Ah! Yeah, where they got that.
Would we have, having been in another big city, seen this game before?
It's very possible. If you like, Mitros, Lycus, and since you've been from Mitros, Lycus, and Euron, you can roll with advantage a history check. Dianus, you can roll normally if you like.
I was gonna say, wouldn't I just? I mean, wouldn't I also know it because of Mitros?
I forget you were also Mitros. Yeah, you go ahead and roll with advantage. I'm sorry, I had a
17.
brain fart there. Okay.
And I rolled a 14.
18 for me.
18. Okay. Cyanus, you have seen this game being played, but it's been kind of in passing. You haven't really learned about it. You're not entirely sure what it's all about. Euron and Lycus, you know that this is known as the game of 20 squares, also known as the Royal Game.
So close.
So very, very close. Very, very close. As far as what you all know about it, you don't know much except that it is a highly sought after game played by very, very powerful people, or those with a lot of money to blow. Cyanus, you do recall your father speaking to you about this when he first met you in the Dragon's Tooth, wanting to teach you and play with you if you would enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
As Lycus was talking to Kira, she glanced up at him. We're in the middle of this. This should be my final move.
Are you gonna play the secret one?
A moment later, she moves a piece, and everybody on her side of the table, not boisterously, but claps politely and nods and looks at each other, and Kira bows to Kreios and vice versa, and they get up and they shake hands, and Kreios hands over a platinum piece to Kira. Alright, well, it seems I have met my match. And a goddess, no less. Wasn't expecting company from you, Cyanus, and friends. Is there something that I can help you with?
I mean, we're gonna head out in a couple hours. Just, I kind of wanted to talk before we left.
Of course, that would be my distinct pleasure, as always. Kind of putting on a little bit of a formal show. Probably because his humility is kind of running high right now. We can go inside or around the corner, whatever suits you best. My private chambers, or in front of with your friends, whatever you would like.
I mean, I'm fine talking here.
Very well. He turns over his shoulder and whispers for a moment, and his entourage breaks up and disperses kind of throughout Astoria on what it seems to be errands. They seem very focused on what they're doing. Kira stands there. I have some business to attend to, but if you're heading out again soon, it's been a while, and well, I may be able to go with you now. If you would like me to join you on this next adventure, I've been cooped up here so long. I would enjoy
Would you
it.
fancy a trip to the Necropolis, Lady Kira?
I would indeed.
She might be able to help us out with that too.
Careful on the helping, Cyanus. As far as information, of course.
I know, but
Alright.
still.
I want you to be disappointed in me, as I'm sure you all have been in the past. But it's only for your best good.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be more than happy to have you for the company.
Indeed. Well,
So I hope you have warm clothing appropriate for the walk.
I think I'll be alright. Let me just go let Pythor know, and I'll be back out in a jiff.
He's back!
Oh,
I haven't heard anything for the last several days.
well, he arrived last night. I didn't think that... To be completely honest, I was having too much fun with the game, and I didn't think at all when you first arrived.
What kind of mood is he in? I mean, I'd expect him to still be kind of broken, but I don't know how this travel to the realm of the dead thing works out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not to
How
put
is
too
he?
not to put too fine a point on it, he is frustrated and despondent. If that gives you any indication.
I think so.
He's not doing well.
Cyanus, what the fuck does that mean? What frustrated and what? I don't know. What the hell does it mean?
Despondent.
I was not. I know what despond. Excuse me. Hi.
Lycus.
I'm good.
Lycus, he's very. It means he's very sad.
Well, of course it does. He just
But a
lost his
hopeless,
daughter.
hopeless sad.
He's not
she's-
as out of sorts as he was before the sacrifice. So,
X-nay
Well, yeah, he's
on
not at the bottom of a river right now.
Yeah, X-nay on the sacrifice A. Okay.
I didn't know you were so sensitive. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sure. Are you kidding me?
It
What?
was.
You don't know me that well. How long have I? I don't have time.
Kira, for context, immediately after it had happened, he may have said quite a few things to Commander Gaius, and a couple of those may have involved a flat palm across the face.
My fingers to her lips.
Well, to be fair, I would expect no less from Lycus. So, and besides,
Subtlety
what is
is
there
not
to
exactly
be?
his strong suit, is it?
What is there to be so sad about? You already have a plan. You're going to defeat the Titans, and you're going to restore Honora to life. So she's just sleeping, really? I mean,
You have quite the sense of optimism.
What do you
Don't
mean
you?
she's sleeping?
well, I mean, yes, she's dead, but if she's coming back to life, then she's basically just sleeping, right?
How would she? Oh. Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm sorry, did I confuse you?
Yes.
I've been
'Cause you
trying
tried to
very
bring her
hard not
back,
to
but you
confuse
couldn't.
Yes. That's correct.
So when all this is said and done, you will bring her back?
Well, if you defeat Lutheria, and as we suspect, her soul is trapped there, and Lutheria will no longer be able to control her soul, and I'm assuming Honora will want to return, and I'm assuming that we won't run out of time and I'll have enough strength. But yeah, of course, all those things,
Gotcha.
yeah. I'm actually, to be honest, I'm a little more worried that all of you will be here to see her. But I mean, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I believe
Your
in all
sense
of you.
of optimism knows no bounds, my lady.
Yes. All right, let me go. I need to go tell Pythor. I'll be back.
Give him my best.
Of course. You're welcome to do it if you like. But anyway. And she turns and very kind of skippy, walking, happy, optimistic, hopping into the palace to go speak and gather her things. So, you are standing alone on the porch of the palace. City of Astoria stretched out before you, sun rising. Kreios is next to you. You three are standing there.
So, all right, I'm just gonna cut to it. Don't take this the wrong way, Dad, but I don't want you being anywhere near me until all this is over. And I mean this purely for your safety.
All right. If that is your wish, I will depart at once. Is that all you wanted to say?
No. just, I mean, it's good seeing you, knowing that everything's actually going well. Just, I've got a giant target on my back, and I don't want to put you or the rest of the village sort of in the sights. Except for that one guy. He can go fucking eat a dick.
As much as I don't want to argue with you, my boy, if the prophecy is true, then I believe everyone has a giant target on their back. If we're all fated to be destroyed.
Yeah, but I have a Titan personally wanting me dead. And I can't have you or the rest of the village getting, I don't know, kind of like, I just don't want you guys being put in harm's way. And I feel like the longer that you guys are around, then it kind of fuels her. Because Lutheri just can't be bargained with. And she's not going to stop until either I'm in the ground or she's dead.
I see. Why do you say that Lutheria has a personal interest in seeing you in the ground?
Because A, she's been talking to me in our sleep, in our head. Any of them can talk, like, back this up. It's not just me she's talking to. And
No, she's definitely been talking to all of us.
and
But she really has a bone to pick with your son.
yeah, like, apparently I just exude this, like, energy that, like, any of her followers, they just lock in on me. And they don't stop.
So you are fated to die by Lutheria or her followers.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna have that. Like, I already lost one person. I'm not gonna let the rest of my people get fucking hurt like that.
You know, fate is a strange thing in Sionis. People say they're fated things all the time, and then something different happens. And so it's claimed that that was never truly their fate anyway, and something was miscalculated. But if the fated thing comes true, then, oh, well, this just proves fate to be real. I don't necessarily believe that. I think that no matter how slight, we do have an impact on what our fate is said to be. I would like to be a source of comfort and assistance in this time where you are most challenged, you and your friends. But if it is not to be, then it is not to be. You say you are fated by Lutheria, so I say we should let the fates decide. We play this game, and if you beat me, then I will leave you as you request, and at least I got to play the royal game with my son one time before. Well, what you're saying may happen. And if I win, we don't have to live together, but at least I can see you if I need to. And there's probably also something you should know, but I don't know if I should tell you. And so if you win the game, then that'll be a way for the fates to tell me that this is something you should know. It's something I've struggled, your mother and I have struggled with for a very long time.
Interesting. Well, ante up, old man.
Alright. A blood handshake is customary. Are you familiar with the royal game?
I mean, I've heard of it,
Ah. Well,
but I don't know how to play it. So, if I end up beating you,
I've watched
then
it played, but
it will truly be the work of the fates if you beat me. Yes. So, and he takes a little knife. You see it has a little bit of brown staining on the blade, and he cuts his thumb and hands it to you to do the same.
is this where you get it from?
no. This is just happy coincidence.
Everyone's just looking at her hand, the one with the nice little scar across the palm.
Shh. Don't think about it. Just go sit over there, have a drink.
I'm gonna go check on Pythor. Y'all have fun. That can be a later thing. You play the game.
Okay. So do you cut your thumb?
Yeah.
Okay. He reaches out to shake your hand. You both leave a bloody thumbprint on the back of the other person's hand, and you sit down in front of the table. He says, "The game of 20 squares is a very powerful game, if played by the right people in the right way. To some, it's a cheap parlor trick, a source of entertainment, but there is magic in this very board that prevents more arcane ways of interference. Kings have played it to avert wars, gods have played it to carve out domains, and drunks have played it to win coin. It's a game of luck and strategy, and they say that when the most powerful play it, the innate magic of our world acts as a way to ensure that any bets made are fulfilled. But this is how you play." And he puts the pieces on the board and he goes through showing you how you get from one side to the other. There's various types of strategy involved. You have to try and move pieces a certain way to deceive the opponent, to block them, to trap them, and so on. And the goal is to get all your pieces from left to right, or from right to left, depending on the side you're sitting on, across the board before the opponent does. There's certain ways you can move and everything else.
So just out of character, this is chess, right?
It's not. No, I can show you an image of the board.
Okay.
But basically take a 3x3 grid, and then there's like a 3-square bridge, and then 2 paths that come off. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. This is a game mechanically played with skill checks. You have 7 pieces, 7 skill checks, each signifying the different aspect of your mind that you use to try and win this game. So, he takes his first piece. And this is how I show you how you win. Alright, I need a performance check from you.
Uh, 14.
Okay, so several moves. He ends up beating you across the board. That's 1 for me. Next, I think you're going to insight check.
Can I roll for deception instead?
We'll get there.
Okay. And that's a 19.
Oh, you outplayed me that time, son. You had me fooled. So, you have 1. The goal is to get 4 out of the 7 across first. Now, I did play somebody who had the same mannerisms as you before, so let's see if this works. History check. I rolled like shit.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 5.
Ooh.
Well, maybe spending time with these new friends of yours has taught you something I didn't know.
Or
But-
maybe, or maybe age is just, you know, rusting you.
I guess.
Maybe.
Inspire him.
But
No,
Watch.
he's got this. He needs to
I'm
win on his
going-
own.
I'm going to
Enough.
make a deception check.
That's 16.
15. God. You sense the direction he's going, and you block him at the pass. All right, son. Listen. You might want to throw the game. You have a lot on your mind. It might be in your best interest to just let sleeping dogs lie. Roll intimidation.
17.
11. So as the fourth piece clears, he sits back. Alright. Well, I will leave you then.
I mean, if you still want to send me letters and stuff, I'm not going to say no to that. I just don't want you in close proximity.
I understand, and I respect your wishes. Take the game as a parting gift.
You're honest,
I have
trying not to win.
another, and if that's all, I'll be
So-
leaving.
What was that you said about mom?
That was not part of the wager, Sinus, and it would
Mhm.
seem the fates do not want you to be privy to this information.
Hmm.
Now, if you truly seek to know, then I will tell you, but it may be difficult, and you are tempting fate once again.
Wouldn't be the first time I attempted fate this month.
Very well. Would you like to speak in front of your friends or in private?
Yeah, they can hear.
All right. He begins packing up the game, looking down at the table as he lowers his voice and talks to you. When you said Lutheria had a target on your back, your mother and I we were concerned something like this may eventually befall you. There's really no good way to put this. When when you were a very, very young boy, when you were a baby, your village was holding a small wine festival in honor of Lutheria. We were supposed to go, but we couldn't make it. We arrived 2 days late. And by the time we had arrived, there were no children left in the village, except for you.
So
And-
you're not my dad.
That is one way of putting it, yes. We are your aunt and uncle. Your parents were missing as well. We tried asking everyone what happened, and no one would speak of it. They wouldn't share 3 words with us. They just shoved us forward and put you in our arms and ran us away as fast as they could. But we raised you as our own, and we protected you, and we decided not to let you know because you may go searching for answers that would be either dangerous or unwanted. With that, he finishes closing up the case that the game of 20 squares goes in and slowly pushes it across the wooden table towards you. It always bothered your mother more than me. I felt like we were doing the right thing, and she felt as though we were being dishonest. I am sorry. But, as you said, I must be leaving, so if there's nothing else, I would travel with the sun before it starts to get dark while I'm on the road.
Nope. I'll eagerly await any letters from you.
I will send them, as will your mother. Be well. With that, he turns and walks
keep
in.
him safe.
He doesn't
As safe as we
acknowledge you.
can.
He's close enough to hear you, but he doesn't acknowledge. He keeps walking. And as he's walking in, the door is open. Kira's walking out at the same time. Alright, so, what did I miss? Ready to go? Are we, you excited? I'm excited.
Very chipper today. What gives?
I'm not stuck here anymore.
Stuck here? What do you mean you're not stuck? Who stuck you here? You mean running it while he was away? Oh.
Yes, of course. I get to adventure with you all again. I get to record your amazing fables and spread them amongst the land, as is my purpose. I get to share in your fine company and see what happens. Is that not enough?
No, of course it is. I just was wondering because it was so, last few days, you've been a little down. So I just wanted, just checking on you. I didn't know what the occasion was, but now I understand.
Palace fever. You know.
I get it.
Yeah. So.
I'll walk up and just put my hand sort of on Sinus's shoulder. I'm just kind of not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna give it a squeeze.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, we'd best go get Ina.
I was wondering where she was. She normally sticks out, you know what I mean? Alright.
She said she did not want to intrude on a family moment.
That sounds like Ina. That's how you get all the best stories, right, Lycus?
Absolutely. As I start secretly scribbling all the rest of this down. You're not my mom.
Your arms just kind of bumping her arm, just sort of like with the mental, her thought is sort of the from one Lutheria cursed bitch to another, I understand.
No, she's gonna get it.
Absolutely.
Hey, well, I guess just satyr to satyr.
Yeah, bud.
Did you have a village asshole too?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't want any of my people hurt, but seriously, that guy can go, like, fall on a cactus.
I'd rather him hump the cactus first, just because I want him to hurt.
Wouldn't it be crazy if it's the same person?
I don't think the world's that small, my friend. Oh, yeah. Shall we?
Yeah. All right.
So you're all going to meet up with Ina at the Dragon's Tooth Inn. Kira is in tow. Lorius is still sitting in the common room of the tavern. The squirrel is on Euron's shoulder, flitting from side to side.
I thought he abandoned me, because my shoulders were not safe.
No, he's been hanging out there. He is very, very acquainted with your snakes now. Catch back up with Ina. Pack up any remaining gear. Kira's there with you. Lorius makes it a point to come over and wish you well, and also he starts looking interchangeably between Lycus and Euron, with puppy dog eyes, carrying a satchel on a stick kind of over his shoulder.
Lorius,
Not so subtly hinting.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I just thought that maybe I could, come along. So nothing happens to you. Extra set of hands. I can cut some more plants, Lycus. I can rub your shoulders. I'm really good. I've gotten really good with this thing. And it has this little blowgun. Looks kind of similar to one of the shafts of Lycus's lute. Not lute, pan flute.
I was like, lute?
Yeah.
Bitch, nah.
Yeah, one of the ones on your lute. So yeah, it's just the story is cool and all, but I really missed you all, and you left so suddenly last time. Trails off.
That is very sweet of you.
Come on, buddy. Oh, come here.
You see him blushing beneath his fur.
I'm so happy you're coming. I missed you the last time. Come on, let's go have some fun. We're going on an adventure.
Do we have enough warm blankets?
I come fully insulated.
Yeah, see, we'll be fine.
We're good. We're good.
It's okay.
Plus, we got those badass jackets I found.
He's got a jacket. Apparently, I don't know. It's weird.
All right.
I found
I
found
realized
one that had like a bunch of gold filigree on it for you.
Oh, you know me so well.
Yeah.
I love the jacket.
I just realized, Kira, are you and I the only ones here who don't have some form of fur or insulating coat?
I think that's quite a big assumption you're on, but I suppose.
I don't know what you look like under your clothes, and that is not a request for you to strip.
I wasn't going to strip.
He doesn't need to strip. We're all similar enough.
So, yeah, fur. Shall we go?
Remember I said I have the charisma of a rock.
Oh, I was quite entranced. Let's go.
Lick him in the shoulder as they walk on.
Love taps.
Okay, so it is early mid-morning or so. It will take you a day and a half to get to the Necropolis at Telamok. traveling over the plains until you hit the Mithril Mountains. You have to camp out either at the base of the Mithril Mountains and then arrive sometime later in the day, closer to night on the second day. Or you can keep going until nightfall and spend night up in the cold peaks of the Mithril Mountains. It's really up to you all how you would like to proceed.
I don't like being cold.
That's why we have the jackets.
So just after that, that bronze sphere. No, but cold enough. No, I may need to.
Glorious, if you had to pick a direction, where would you go?
Well, I think we should push through as fast as we can and get there as early as we can so that you have more time to explore things, and if you make really good time, then as like Kira says, that'll be more impressive and people will think that you're doing a better job.
We're here, bud. We're here.
Hey.
See? Y'all, we're on the same page. Let's do this.
All right.
Okay.
Onward then.
So, you travel the majority of the day across the Heartlands, with Mithril Mountains rising up high before you, taking a more direct westerly approach than you did up to the Mithril Forge. The vast majority of the day passes without incident. There is a very old but very well-maintained road heading in this direction. Every now and then, small little villages will pop up. Here and there, 24 or so individuals.
Fun, get it together.
It's okay. I'm trying to get it together. Okay, Ina? I'm trying my best.
I did my best.
About 3/4 of the day passes, and the sun is setting in the west, starting to touch the very tops of the Mithril Mountains. And you see rising up on the path before you as you cross another one of these very many rolling hills, a different scene. There are several buildings that seem to be ruined, damaged by something in long past, an abandoned town, or maybe an outpost, a military outpost of some sort. And there appears to be a small bridge right in the midst of this former settlement. And carrying on the easterly winds, you hear various shouts of anger, of frustration, as though many people are in a scrum together, or soon to be in a scrum together. You could continue down the path, see what lies ahead. You could circumnavigate, shouldn't lose much time. It's really up to you.
I wonder what all the hubbub's about.
They sound really angry.
I know. I'm curious what's pissing them off. Let's go see. What?
It sounds dangerous.
Yeah. Well, we're not
happening
have to
here?
walk up. I mean, we're just gonna take a peek.
Diana's, why don't you go check it out?
Alright, I can do that.
Whispers, leans over to you, Ina, Lorius. By himself?
I'm
He'll be
very
better
fine.
by himself without the flashy boys. He can take
Yes,
care of himself.
He'll be fine, Lorius. Just let him go do what he does.
What?
Kira talking to Lorius. Okay,
Oh,
so,
I was like, who was that?
you know, one of the many voices I have in my head right now. So, Cyanus, how would you like to approach? you like to run up? Would you like to be quiet?
Of course, I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay.
Just gonna go up. Kind of like hug Paul. Kind of just like peer around with one of my mirrors.
Okay. As you're getting closer over the hill, you see across the broken stone bridge, in the midst of a group of buildings on the far side, there are several individuals. Approximately 5 or 6 of them, they seem to be surrounding this large, hairy, bestial minotaur in a rage. He's swinging what appears to be a chain with a large boulder tied around it in an arcing fashion, keeping them back, and they seem to be closing in around him. Shields up, pikes out, spears out, harassing him and trying to back him into a corner. Now, you're not near the town yet, you're still a good clip away. You hear the shouts coming over the wind, but they're muffled and garbled amongst each other. You can attempt to get closer, or you can report back, whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start heading back and telling him what I saw.
Okay.
A minotaur. I'm assuming he came back to tell us.
That's a fair assumption.
I mean,
He kind of trailed off there.
I mean, I did say that I went back and told them.
Yeah, I figured that was like our cue. A minotaur, like had a. What do you mean had a ball and chain? Like it was trapped, or like what?
Don't you remember what many of them looked like back in Matros? There were a lot of them kept in chains.
Are they slaves?
Yes.
Well, that's rude.
Well, my father nearly got gored by one during a riot.
Well, yeah, they have horns. I mean, don't stand in front of him when he's pissed, but...
They were guards. What do you think we were supposed to do?
Oh, God. Do you think they're trying to kill it, trap it, or...
I mean, they might have been trying to trap it. I couldn't really make out what they were saying. They all just kind of like looked angry.
I think we should investigate. I've never seen a minotaur up close, and it seems like they've got it in hand, but I'm super curious what's going on. Boris, aren't you curious as well? Have you ever seen a minotaur?
I have not.
Let's go see a minotaur.
Okay. I guess let's go.
We're gonna go see it. We're gonna go see a minotaur. They've got it under control.
That did not sound like under control.
Oh, people are just pissed off. He's got a ball and chain. He's good. I start walking over the hills to the valley beyond.
Once you clear the hill, you see the same thing that Cyanus did. Would you like to approach the town itself?
Are they all human? Out of curiosity, or
from this vantage point, they appear to be human or humanoid at least. They do, give me a history check with advantage.
While I'm doing that, I'll be like, "Hey, Kira, what's this village?"
Just another
21.
stop. Nice. Just another stop on the way to and from the Necropolis. This is one of many towns that popped up when the Necropolis was being built and then faded as it was complete. No real surprise. There are a few of them here and there, although many have been repopulated by now. 21. Perfect. So you notice that the type of armor these individuals are wearing, they're not the same, but they are very similar in form, not so much in coloration, as those of the Matrosian Guard.
Yes?
Look.
Hey, weren't you part of these people? Call over to Euron.
Yeah, yes, I was a centurion. Yes, what?
Oh, good. Maybe some friends you know.
If there are any friends I knew, they'd forgotten I existed. Remember?
Are you kidding me? Look how amazing you look right now. Who could ever forget that face?
I think I have enough armor left. I could still command rank if I need to.
Hey, y'all didn't, like, kill Seder on the spot for fun, did you?
No.
Well, they didn't kill me. I was in that city for a while.
There were a lot. Mitros, for many of its faults, there's a lot of different kinds of people.
Okay.
So.
Well, let's
So
go see if they
Euron,
need a hand.
What's your take on the situation?
If I had to hazard a guess, Minotaurs, at least the ones that few I know of that were around Mitros, were used for work. This is my guess, we'll see if I'm right, that this one has had enough. And the guards are trying to restrain it from going wild and hurting the entire town, but
Poor Minotaur, he's a slave.
Okay, so these individuals, they do not dress the same as the centurions. Their armor is similar in form. The coloration is wrong. They are not. The battle stance they all seem to be adopting, the way that they are jeering, and it's all off key from what you know of the centurions.
yeah, it's not the Metrosian centurions. Not all the way out here. And not with that form. Who in Pythor's name taught them? But whoever they are, they're gods. At the very least.
Well, no better way to find out than to ask. Let's go, Lyrius.
Glorious follows, happy.
Lyrius. Oh, I said Lyrius.
He's Lyrius for you. What's everybody else doing? Lycus and Lyrius start walking up ahead towards the town.
Follow.
You're on follows?
I'll
follow.
kind of lag behind.
Okay.
I'll tug up my hood to make sure most of the snakes are not visible. I'm going for guard here, not hero. See how that works.
Okay. Are you walking openly, or are you trying to stay out of sight?
Yeah, I'm assuming this is a tense situation they've got going on, but yeah, for the most part, I'm just gonna be like, just going over.
No problem. So, you make your way to the edge of the town. There are two buildings on either side of this bridge. You start to cross over the bridge. You see that it is broken in several places. In the middle especially, you kind of have to give a good hop to get over it, if you choose to do that. Directly on the other side of the bridge, approximately 30 to 40 feet away, is where all these individuals are congregated at. There's buildings to your left and to your right, two smaller ones relatively near, and then further away there's two medium-sized buildings. These buildings all have kind of ramshackle, worn down wooden stairs going from the outside, curving up them to get to the top, and the insides all seem bare and looted or strung out long ago. Now that you are closer, you hear them taunting the Minotaur. He's back to the cage with you. Stop it. Now, calm down now. We don't want to bleed you dry. It's gonna be a fun day when we stab the third Minotaur. And the Minotaur is just screaming in anger, whipping this chain that's attached to one of his wrists. You see a broken wristlet on the other side and broken anklets in iron. His clothes are not more than bedraggled leather. His skin is matted and caked with mud and blood from several wounds he's already taken by these guards. And he has sometime in the recent past taken a large stone and wrapped and tied the chain attached to his wrist on it, and he's swinging it around trying to keep them, and they're getting closer and closer, steadily jabbing out at him, trying to either kill him or subdue him, depending on which one is shouting at the time. None of them notice your presence at all. If you're past the bridge, then you're about 30, 40 feet away.
Hey, what are y'all doing to that Minotaur?
The nearest one looks over his shoulder. And mind your business, you bloody traveler. We're on a mission. We're trying to make some coin. Now bug off. Continue on your way.
Oh, what's the coin for? I mean, what's the bounty?
If you don't mind, we're kind of busy, but we're aiming to bring this Minotaur back, dead or alive, to his master. Now, if there'll be nothing else, I don't want to get me head ripped off. He turns around and goes back to harassing the Minotaur.
I think you got a better chance of getting knocked off with a chain, not ripped off, but that's just me.
At this point, you see the stone swing around and catch the shield of one of the soldiers. It dents viciously in half, kind of pinning itself to an arm, and he gets knocked against the building, comes back out, slashes out with the spear, catches the Minotaur in the thigh and ripping it back. The Minotaur hobbles a little bit on that, favoring that left leg. He starts to back further and further into a corner up against the building, the wooden staircase over him casting shadows upon him now as he's fighting them off.
Bad idea.
Are you bounty hunters or are you town guard?
We're of the Redemption Corps. Now stop asking questions. We're trying to bleed this thing until he submits.
Redemption Corps?
Would we have any
History?
idea?
Any Redemption Corps? Any Redemption Corps? Anybody?
You're on no. Ina, no. Cyanus, maybe.
Right, let me.
I would say
Let me
Cyanus.
see if I do.
Cyanus history straight roll. Lycus history roll disadvantage. It'd be unlikely. It'd be unlikely for you to know about this.
I got a 14 and a 19 plus 2. 16.
Okay.
I also threw a 16.
I will take those.
Okay. You will take those numbers. Those are good numbers. Shortly before you both departed the last time you were in Mitros, you were aware, this was significantly after Euron left, which is why she doesn't know anything about it. You're both aware that King Acastus was starting to, behind the scenes, put together something that he was playing with the idea of calling the Redemption Corps. The theory being that many of the Minotaur slaves, the ones who worked menial, hard labor jobs, he was going to start competing them in gladiatorial contests, and this would, against each other, and this would cause even higher rate of escapism from the Minotaurs that were in bondage. And so the Redemption Corps was specifically designed. They were kind of dragged from the bottom of the Stygian Row in Mitros. Sell swords, nefarious types. They were slapped with an official badge of work from Mitros, and they were to bring back Minotaurs with either their head, 10 silver apiece, or alive, whatever the owner would be paying them. Sometimes the owner would rather see them dead for the insult, and so they would just go out and kill them and bring back their head for money from King Acastus or his representatives.
All right, I'm gonna ask you something here as well. What's the general full consensus about Minotaur based on, like stories of the realms and areas? Like, they're just the big bad. They're not goatlings, obviously. Obviously, they use the slave labor in other places. Ultimately, though, they're a tribe. They're people. Do they trade? Do they have a nation?
So they are, at their core, scattered tribes. Like you said, this is common knowledge to pretty much all of
That's what
you.
I'm mainly getting, common knowledge.
Yeah. The lore goes that at some point in their past, someone or multiple people in their tribe, in their lineage, were cursed, and so this curse extended down to them, turning them all into Minotaurs for time immemorial. That harbors very many different types of attitudes amongst the peoples of Thylia. Some take pity on them, some respect them for their resilience. They do have their own communities spread throughout the wildlands. Astoria never really got into it, but Mitros has a pretty decent history of enslaving them and using them for the greater glory of Mitros because they're cursed anyway, and they're lucky to receive such a benefit instead of living out useless lives and so on. There are pockets of individuals who support Minotaurs in Mitros, but generally the consensus is either outright approval or the lesser of two evils, turn a blind eye because it benefits me kind of a thing.
How many did you say there were? Humans. Or the people, the guard.
There were 6 of them, right?
6 of them?
There are 6 of them, and fun fact, I have a map.
Oh, of course you do.
Yay.
Well, I didn't know what
It's
y'all
the
were gonna
map.
do. I didn't know what y'all were gonna do. Gotta be prepared.
Euron's face is just this mixture of just uncomfortable, but also just pity. What's the bounty? How much?
Well, we'll get 15 silver if we bring back his head, but we'll get a ripe 100 gold if we bring it back alive. That's why we're aiming for the limbs.
And who's the master? I'm from Mitros. Maybe I know him. Maybe I might be able to get you a better deal.
Dory something? No, it's Blurry something. You idiots, it's Lurry something. They don't really seem to know. They're kind of arguing about it, but they're also very, very distracted at the moment, going back and forth, stabbing at this thing. And
It's like, I know you're busy.
And this is just curiosity. Does the Minotaur notice us?
it notices you, but he is fully focused on those trying to stab him. These bestial roars continue. Dust is flying up all over the place. The stone is swinging out rampantly. It's a very hectic scene, and I'm not really doing it. I can't really. I can start yelling at you if you want, but
No.
Hey, Lycus, I
Yeah.
have a plan.
Yeah.
You heard what they said, right? Aim for
Yeah.
the limbs.
Yep.
Shoot that guy in the leg.
Yep. I am going. I'm going to actually. I'm going to sing my song of sleep, or I'm going to play my song of sleep, and I'm going for 2, 1, and 4.
okay.
I don't like slavers.
Let's see.
I
What's the
don't like
radius on
slavers
that?
at all. Oh God. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna put it over all of them. That's right. 'Cause
That's what I was thinking.
yeah, let's just do that. I'm being
You
metagamey by
like us
trying.
would know that.
Yeah, I'm being metagamey by doing that. Let's see here. Sleep. Let's see. It's Oh, that's right. Hold on. I got the. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. But,
You got it. Easy enough.
27 will be the however this is gonna go. Like we're going, and then it's 27 HP.
Okay.
If the Minotaur falls asleep, then we can play this off. But he's probably not, because he looks very, very, very pissed off right now.
All right. So Lycus whips out. Are you playing the fiddle, the pan flute? What are you playing?
Oh, it's the pan flute. That's my instrument of choice.
Okay.
It has to be.
So Lycus starts playing a song that you recognize, especially from the ancient glade.
Small,
You know
low, haunting tune.
You know what he's doing. So to keep things in order, let's go ahead and roll initiative amongst you guys, just so I can ask you in order what you're doing as you all notice this. We'll see how they react.
It's not the best time to be rolling this. Because I rolled a nat 20.
Oh man.
So 24.
What? 14.
11.
I'm putting you at the top because you started playing sleep.
Well, technically, surprise round.
We're gonna see what happens. I'm sorry. What'd you roll? You're on.
14.
All right, and I know
6.
6. All right. Make a roll for them. I need somebody to give me a deception check. Since you were being all nice and now all of a sudden you're going to be doing stuff, or maybe doing stuff. Something to compare to.
I've got a +7 to deception, so that'll be a 17.
Beat me by 1.
Okay, you got it. All right, so Leica starts playing Seep Sinus. What are you going to be doing?
I'm gonna kind of like start motioning like I'm gonna toss the spear at the Minotaur, and then last second pivot and throw it at one of the soldiers.
Okay. And you're on.
Sorry, I just realized I never actually added longsword to my inventory.
Okay.
Euron is still on the fence, so she'll just get sword out and just stay ready.
You got it. I know.
I was gonna take the silver out of my coin purse and throw it at them and tell them that I'd pay the fee.
Okay. So, all of you are getting ready. You start playing, but it hasn't activated yet. Like I'm just giving you an opportunity. You see Ina rip out some coins in her hands. Are y'all going to continue with what you're doing, or let her roll with that?
I know, that's the money for its head.
Understand?
It's dead.
But if I pay it, then they can just go while they still have some dignity. Because what they are doing holds no dignity.
Oh. All right, I'm still casting sleep, and she's gonna throw. I'm casting my sleep. She's throwing the money down, be like,
We'll see,
take the money and go.
We'll see.
Yeah, basically.
We'll see, because humans are we're kind of stupid, and when 100 gold is hangs in the balance, they might decide to forego their dignity.
We'll have to see what they feel their life is worth.
All right.
Well,
Sinus.
something's gonna start drinking.
Are you throwing your spear or not, Sinus? I know
No.
Lycus is still casting sleep. Okay.
No, but I am just like prepping it.
All right. So, Lycus finishes the spell. The tunes float over the air, and you see two of the soldiers pass out. The Minotaur slams a stone down next to one of them, narrowly missing him, and all of a sudden, all these coins fly through the air and land in the mud at the base of their feet. And the soldiers, you see the shields up, glancing down at their allies, trying not to get hit by the Minotaur, looking at the gold. What do you say?
I suggest you take the coin and go. Consider this job fulfilled. We can take it from here.
You hear a dum 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 as the stone kind of rolls to the ground, a clackling of chain as the Minotaur drops it for a second, heaving. Soldiers look very undecided. Give me a persuasion check. With advantage.
Oh, good, because I rolled a 2 just now.
How much coin did you throw down?
I was just going to throw the silver that would be
Okay.
like for his head, because I don't have that much left.
Said it was what, 10 for his head?
15.
15.
Depending on who you
15,
ask,
yeah.
it's 10 or 15. They seem a little confused.
That number just keeps going up.
13. For persuasion.
13. Okay. They slowly start to step back away from their two comrades on the ground. You see the Minotaur there. He's just still tense, still heaving. And look at you. Look at him. Look at you. All right, just get him to back up, so we can get the money and get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I'll address the Minotaur and be like, could you stand down for a second?
You know these ones won't come back.
Because we're here.
And you stay with me?
I'll take my great axe out and be like, I dare them to.
Roll another persuasion check.
Can I roll intimidation?
You can, sure.
Intimidation.
Intimidation is better.
18.
Ooh.
Okay. See Ina stride confidently forward. Thwack! The great axe making a meaty thwack on her hand. She steps forward and calls them out. Minotaur. Takes 3 big steps back, dragging the stone along the ground, leaving a dent in it. The soldiers, one of them, puts his shield back and kind of slowly spider crawls and clambers and grabs as many coins as he can. He gets up and slams into one of his buddies as they all turn and start darting off, leaving their 2 sleeping companions on the ground. The Minotaurs turns and starts to walk away from the scene.
Do you want that off your arm?
No. It is mine. He says over his shoulder as he continues to walk away.
I loot the bodies.
Sleeping bodies.
I totally loot the sleeping bodies. They may have gold, girl. You may have to give your 15 silver paid back.
Let's see. The first one has 15 copper, in addition to a bronze sword, a bronze shield, and a bronze suit of scale mill. Ooh. And the second one has 20 silver, in addition to the same things.
Perfect. I give Ina her money back, and then I hand the rest to my treasurer. 5 silver and 15 copper. Okay.
So, the Minotaur is walking off to the north. The 2 soldiers are sleeping, you're all standing there. Kira around you. Lori's there. What are y'all doing?
How long does that sleep last again?
I don't know, until they fucking wake up. Where's he going?
Not
I hope
to his
somewhere
cage.
safe.
Well, I didn't save a Minotaur to not talk to one. God bless it. Like, come on. Hey, hold up. Come on, man.
Lorius follows Lycus in a hurry. Kira's back with the rest of you. And I'm assuming you choose to follow or choose to stay, whatever you want.
For fuck's sake, Lycus! Euron's just got all the horror images from the riot, like the Minotaur's riot in Stygian Row when she was a teenager. And she's just imagined, like, transposing Lycus's face, and she's just going, motherfucker, get back here.
Euron runs off.
Just going for Lycus.
Inus.
I'll get him back.
Okay. Inus is going. Ina?
I guess I'll go too.
Alright. Kira places her hand on your shoulder and walks with you behind them. You catch up to the Minotaur really quickly, taking very large but very beleaguered steps as you and Lorius appear on one side of him, and then you hear the footsteps of your companions creeping up behind you, Lycus. He's breathing heavily, stomping through the dusty field next to the road, away from the town. He glances over at you. These massive, scarred horns coming out of his head. You see all these scrapes and cuts all over his body, and his skin is rubbed raw where the iron shackles were on for.
Hey, bud, did you get a name? I just don't want to call you Minotaur or Bull. I'd rather be respectful.
Peltron.
Peltron?
They call me Peltron.
Do you want to be called Peltron?
I don't care what you call me.
Okay, I will call you Friend. Friend, would you care for some healing for those wounds to help your body and take a little bit of that tire? You seem to be in a rush to get to somewhere. Maybe we could help a little bit. I know we just helped with that to not have some bloodshed, but they seem like they got a few good hits on you. But I need you to stop running. I need you to stop running if you do it.
He slows down a bit. I only hurry from the place they found me. I need no assistance. These scars are lessons.
Okay. Where are you from?
That is my business.
Fair enough. I'm from around the town as well. Take one.
Why are you following me?
Well, where are you headed? It's probably a very interesting place, and I love interesting places. I'm kind of a writer, if you will, and you seem like a man who has seen, or excuse me, you seem like a Minotaur who has been and seen on quite a few adventures. And I don't like slavers. Fuck those guys. So I decided to help you.
You talk sweet. Like poison.
That's funny.
Would you prefer one who does not?
I would prefer to be left alone. I travel deeper in the mountains, so I am not found again.
If that is what you wish, then we'll let you be. Forgive this one. He's never seen one of your kind before, and he's curious.
Then look! He turns and puts his arms out. You see the blood dripping from his arms and his legs, the shackles clinking down with gravity, towering over each of you's form, chest heaving heavily, muscles obvious begin the thick fur, his eyes still raging furiously.
I push the hood down. And I look back.
Yeah. Turns and starts walking off again.
All right, well, if you're going to be near the Necropolis, we'll be nearby. Maybe we'll see you then. Maybe good luck.
He stops. He turns, looks over his shoulder. You travel far from here. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
You find yourself in that accursed city. You see my brother. You tell him where you found me. We
How do
may
we
yet
know?
live together.
What is your brother's name? What may we call him?
The beasts call him Bullbug.
Was he trained as you were?
He was. As were the 6 I left with.
By Cursed City, just so I'm clear. Does he mean Astoria? Or
Roll an insight check.
yeah, I want to know what the fuck he means. That is a 9.
Okay. Well, I don't think you get any sense he's talking of Astoria, simply because you have not seen any Minotaur in and around Astoria pretty much at all. Here and there, they come through very randomly just to trade, but you didn't see any signs of slaving.
The City of the Dead, do you? Where do you mean?
The city your people call Mitros. The city I was kept in for decades. Now I must hurry before nightfall, or one of the larger creatures out here will make me a snack. And you as well. So I suggest you hurry.
Larger creatures?
Larger creatures? He said
How do
larger
you know?
creatures.
Have you not seen the one-eyed beasts?
Nope.
The Gigans.
No, not the 6-armed ones. The ones that tower over me. The ones with the eye in the center of their chest.
I think we should go find somewhere safe before nightfall.
I think we should stay with him. Okay, bud, friend, new deal. We stay the night with you somewhere safe, away from the people who are twice as big as you, and you show us how to shelter and safely go, and we'll begin this together, okay? One night for a favor. Yeah, well, not a favor, but we took care of the guards, so you didn't have to kill them.
I was looking forward to killing them.
Yeah, okay.
Or dying with honor.
But now you get to live with honor.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You have advantage with the glasses.
See? I love it. I don't know. I can't remember how to do it. 19 plus. God bless, I'm on fire tonight. 19 plus 4. Of course, it's all skill check shit.
Stay out of my way.
Will do. You lead the way.
And keep up. So he starts jogging, blood pouring down his legs like he doesn't even notice.
God, he won't let me
Beelining,
kill him.
beelining towards the mountains.
He won't fucking let me touch him.
Well,
You have
if
one that
he
involves
keeps getting-
talking.
Oh, that's a wimpy one. Let's go. Let's go. Hurry up. He's going.
I'm running. I'm like right with him.
Yeah, she's fucking like trotting like it's a normal open day.
You're on
You
just
see-
clang, 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 clang.
You see Kira still writing down everything that's been happening, and she seems that she's keeping up with you, even though she appears to be doing nothing more than walking. Meanwhile, Loris is just.
Don't talk. It uses more oxygen.
Okay.
If Lorius like starts falling, like I will pick him up and like run with him if I have to.
I need all of you to give me an athletics
Did
check.
we not have horses on this one? Because last time we had horses.
If you want to go back and say you brought your horses, I didn't even think about it. We can assume either way.
I
It's up
was
to you.
just thinking of that. Yeah, I would say if I'm going adventuring, I'm gonna have a horse.
That would make sense.
So yeah, we're on our horses. Like,
Who's
woo!
Lorius riding with? Lorius doesn't have a horse.
He has a
Boreas
pony.
is riding like us.
You can ride with me.
Thank you,
You're
Jerry.
on your in plate, babe. You should probably ride with a satyr, another satyr. They're tinies.
Fair enough.
Or
Then
is
who's
not,
Kira riding with?
she can
She
ride
can
with
walk
me
fast
and-
as shit.
No, she declines to ride. She's much too busy writing and scribing and cracking jokes.
God
And she
damn it,
can
I
keep
rolled
up
the
very
best
easily.
athletics check I've ever rolled.
Well, we
Is
can
that
say
what
it's
we
for. No, don't worry about it. You're on horses.
Okay.
Well, so keeping up pretty easily with the horses. The Minotaur, almost what seems like a full-blown sprint to each of you for the better part of 2 to 3 hours before you find yourselves at the base of the Mithril Mountains. You veered away from the road, but not so far as that you can't see the road. And then he begins climbing up this relatively sloped, rocky cliff face. You quickly dismount from your horses and try to find the most horse-friendly path, taking Ina's cue, following her up the mountainside. And then after about 30-40 minutes of climbing, a large pointy stone jutting out from the mountainside. The Minotaur looks around, goes in behind it, and there's a small weathered, not so much a cave, more of a cubby. And he plops down in it, and he takes some sand from the cave floor and just starts rubbing it into his open wounds.
Oh, this is nice. This is nice. Okay. Okay. You want a hand with that? Can I just for a second? I'm gonna heal you.
I have my burdens. You have
Yeah.
yours.
Yes.
Tend your horses.
Okay. Okay.
I will still, I'll check on Goro. And then eventually I'll come over and I will just hand over a kit.
Okay, you're kind of quiet again, by the way. It's a little hard to hear.
Sorry, I had to shift my mic for combat. I'm going to also, I think, yeah, either way. I'll tend the horse, and then once he's sort of, once that's done, I'll come over and I'm just going to pass over a healer's kit. Just say, I know you have your burdens. This is mine. Unfortunately, I am from that city that you dislike. And I cannot repair the harm that my kind have done to yours. Allow me to do this one thing, please. To reclaim some of the honor I have lost.
And looks up at you, looks down at the kit. Reaches over, opens it, and looks inside. You see he grabs a handful of herbs that you use to make a paste to place on wounds. This is generous. I was hungry. He puts it in his mouth and starts eating it.
It's...
He's going to heal from the inside out.
I suppose. Alright. If you are still hungry, let us know.
Good.
I'll just walk over and sit back down and I'll just go. He ate the herbs that are used for a poultice.
He's a fucking bull. What do you expect?
I am not a bull.
I didn't say that fucking loud.
Yes, you did.
No, I did. The hell I did. He's got a fucking chain and a rock attached to his arm. I didn't say shit loud. But like, hey, how about you pull out that food you got? That was loud. You're on? He might be hungry. We're hungry. I'm sure the horses are hungry.
Alright. Now I'll get the horn. And, just remember the word. Mireille.
Okay. Mystic fog. Food appears. Wide open. Minotaur is wide-eyed, looking at you and kind of scoots away a little bit and goes back to tending his wounds. Kira plops down, grabs some grapes and starts eating them. Lorius likewise.
I'll set aside if there's anything that... Would I remember what Minotaurs eat? Like, do they just eat regular food as we do?
In Mitros, they eat whatever is thrown at them.
Right, of course. Fuck. Euron feels really fucking guilty, just for the record.
It's fair.
I bring him a plate of everything. Some meat, some cheese, some grapes, some fruit, a little bit of sprucing of salad, just to make him a nice big old plate on a platter. There you go, good buddy. Gotta get that strength back.
He reaches over, takes a small cut of a loaf of bread and looks at it, looks up at you, and hands it up to you.
Hold on, he looks up at me?
He's sitting down.
Yeah, I know. He's fucking like 9
he's
feet
still
tall.
he's still like up to your shoulders.
Yeah.
His horns are above your head, the tips of them.
And I figured he's like 10 feet tall. I'm just
He's
like,
big boy.
he's sitting down. I'm still looking up.
Hands the bread up to you, motions to you to take it.
He's offering me the bread? Yeah. I take the bread, I break it open. Thank you. And I sit with it.
Grabs some meat and starts eating silently.
We share a silent moment. You'll never see that again from Lycus.
Alright.
Just
So
like, can we keep him? He keeps Lycus quiet.
So, you get the sense that he is planning on staying here for some undetermined amount of time, but he seems like he's settling in and starting to kind of close his eyes after he has eaten, and his mouth is moving but no words are coming out, kind of muttering to himself more than anything. Eyes are
he's still
closed.
Talking.
Or is it a prayer?
I mean, you can't tell the sounds coming out of his mouth. So, would you like to...
We can?
You can do that,
Yeah.
you can try and talk to him, talk to each other. I didn't know what y'all's intent was, but he seems like he's kind of bedding down for the evening.
Yeah, it seems like he's going to bed and going to sleep. I assume. I'll make a camp because I'm not trying to find no one-eyed monster bigger than that son of a bitch. Hell no.
Yeah.
So I roll out my blanket, I roll out my second blanket, I roll out my pad, I roll out my pillow, and then I just talk to Lorius about primitive camping, and I roll out some leaves for him.
I will pass over my bedroll.
Excellent. She's so generous. Thank you so much. I just didn't think about you, buddy, at the time. I didn't know you were coming with us. So sorry.
Lorius politely refuses. He's very, very appreciated Euron, but he is more than happy to lie on these very comfortable leaves, and they remind him of home, the smell, and the feel. So.
I'll take first watch. We're all starting to kind of get to that point where we're tired.
I'll take
Okay.
second.
Okay. Third.
Oh. Actually, just before bed, I have a thought. Thank you, Austin. Now that I've had some time to think, and it's been a rough day, or time, do I remember anything more about Thessaly? One last try. When my brother was taken.
Give me a history check.
18!
18. All right. So, you remember when you were a centurion, you were assigned with some of the more elite members of your unit, your group, to watch over a visiting delegation. They were representatives from Queen Thessaly. They were there in Mitros to speak with King Acastus and several other individuals whose names you did not get. Many times they would go off in strange areas, back alleys and things like that to meet with people. And then of course the very formal official business in Mitros. Queen Thessaly sent her entourage there as representatives from the Queen of the Amazons.
So I have that thought of if Sionis is still awake, I'm just gonna like lightly slap his arm.
What?
I think I just worked out when my brother was taken.
Oh.
I finally put the name together. Thessaly. That's the Queen of the Amazons. The Queen of Arisia.
Point of order, not the Queen of Arisia.
Not right. I couldn't remember. I know Arisia and Amazons in my head are very similar, and I can't remember which is
It's
which.
okay. It's okay. They are kind of a, I don't want to say a sub-nation. They are very proud. They are very much their own individual entity, but they live on an island in this Cerulean Gulf. Double check that for you.
Well, that's cool. Look, you woke me up.
Sorry, go back to sleep. I'm sorry.
No. Now I just can't fucking sleep. I'm just gonna pull out the game that my dad gave me, and I'm just gonna start fiddling with it.
Okay.
Those of us that are awake, you want to show us how to play?
Huh?
Yeah, I'm interested in it. Ask him what that is. I haven't seen it before.
And then I just kind of give her the rundown.
Okay. So again, it's customary that there is a wager of some sort, even if it's just good-natured something. It's customary that you seal the wager with a blood handshake, and then you would attempt to bluff and deceive and strategize and luck your way to victory if y'all want to actually play.
What would we wager?
Well, I mean, I have something in mind, but you should come up with something first.
I don't know. What'd you come up with?
Well, all right, let's put it this way. You know that thing I said a couple of weeks ago where everyone gets one?
Yes.
I want another.
Oh, okay.
Look, I wasted mine back in that fucking elevator.
I see. Okay, so if you win, you get another one. And if I win, what?
So suggestive.
What do you want?
If Kira is awake and is just looking, going, "What the fuck?" I'm just gonna lean over and just be like, "I ride on her back."
Just my back.
I thought. No
Kira,
judgments.
get your mind out of the gutter.
Starts lining through some things. Sits down next to the board. Very excited.
Okay, we can make that wager.
And what do you want if you won?
Hmm. I want this board game.
Yeah, all right.
Look at Joey's face. He's like, bruh.
Get from your dad. What are you doing?
All right. So
I'm very confident I'll win.
now you guys can have as much fun or as little fun with this as you like. There are 7 skill checks. Might be fun to say something that coincides with the skill check for each one, but that's up to you guys. The first skill check is going to be a contest of performance.
A performance. Okay.
I'm gonna name all of my pieces, and I'm gonna be like, all right, so my first move, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna name him Lycus. I'm going to have him dance across this bridge.
If Lycus is not awake, I'm going to shake him awake.
You know, you get the feeling that Lycus has got a smirk, a smile on his face kind of thing, but he ain't getting up. But he ain't snoring either.
Okay, so I say I will see your dance across the bridge and raise you my Kira piece, singing an aria of our great conquest against the boar.
Ooh, I like this one.
I rolled a
I rolled a
15.
10.
All right, so Sinus wins the first round. The next skill check is Insight.
Does Cyanus have to go first again?
You guys, whatever.
Yeah, you can go. I'm trying to think up something.
You guys
Oh.
don't have to. If it's fun, go ahead, but you guys don't have to.
I'm going to say, the fates have already told me my victory is secure.
I just rolled a 5.
Oh, I rolled a 17.
All right, Aina wins. Kira says, "It's interesting you say that, Aina. They say that when the gods play, the fates and the Furies themselves ensure that the wager is met." Next one is history.
I'm gonna name this little piece the librarian. And he's gonna convince you that no matter what you do in this game, I've already won.
I'm going to name this piece Lycus in the library. trying to find writings and scrolls about himself. I rolled a 2.
I feel so special. Like you
I rolled
hear
an
chuckling
11.
and laughter.
Euron's
you-
found like something from the horn that like resembles popcorn. and is just eating and like
Yeah.
offers it to Kira as well. It's like popped like corn. There we go, yeah.
It's really salty.
It's good.
So you won that one, Cyanus?
All right.
Did he freeze for anyone else or just me?
Me? Yeah.
No, for me too.
Oh no, my internet's glitching. Can you hear
I
me?
just gotta wait till he comes back.
I can still hear
So
you.
we're- Okay.
I can always still hear
Hey,
you.
he came back, unlike my dad.
Woo, wow. Okay, so man.
What's the
Mm,
next
so-
what's the next check?
The next skill check is deception.
Hey look, your dad's coming home.
Yeah, I'm gonna name this piece Kreios because he convinced me that he was my dad, right? I rolled a
Man.
22.
Damn, I rolled an 18.
Holy shit.
Okay.
The next check is intimidation.
There's no way you're gonna beat me in this.
Yeah, there's no way. I just rolled a nat 1.
21, son.
All right, so what's the score? 3-2?
Yeah,
think,
he's
right?
got me by 1.
The next check is persuasion. You know, the last war between Mitros and Arisia was actually decided in the royal game.
It's like such a big thing to settle on a game.
It is. But that's why it's the royal game.
I rolled a 9.
Rolled a 16.
9-16. Uh-oh, tied up.
3-3.
Oh my god. We have one more?
Kira's sitting,
Handful of popcorn.
Kira's sitting there, just like feverish. Glorious, Lycus, wake up! You're missing it.
Lycus is awake.
I'm awake.
So, the last check is perception.
Kira, who do you think?
I'd have to go with Aina as much as I love Cyanus.
It's okay. I don't see her winning this.
I will take that.
I perceive a different outcome.
On that.
Okay.
I rolled a 19.
I rolled an 18.
Oh. At the last moment of fainting maneuver by Cyanus completely trips up Aina, and she gets momentarily very, very pissed off before she settles down and
That's my
accepts
boy.
the outcome.
It's okay, Aina. I'll be sure not to waste my one ride. And I'll take my game back.
Very intrigued with this game.
Mm-hmm.
If we
Used
can
to
find
settling
out.
things with weapons and dirt. It's a very different approach to things.
Yeah. I can see myself really liking this game.
I have a very, very stupid thought.
Oh, yeah? Is it to go down a hole in a temple?
That is one of my many stupid thoughts. But this is a worse stupid thought. I just had the image of you playing Sidon over this for the fate of the story of Thylea.
Or Lutheria.
One of the two, yeah.
Lycus gets to play it with Gaius.
Or his
Does he-
corpse.
Is he also going to play for one more?
No.
I'm good.
Sorry. So, with that, Kira goes back over to her little corner and begins scribbling furiously. Lorius lays back down to sleep. Is there anything else on this evening, brave heroes?
I'm just gonna do like a rough sketch of that game and like the rules in my journal. So I kind of have a record of it.
You got it. Easy enough. Okay, so you each settle into slumber, leaving your watch at the appropriate times. The evening, thankfully, passes uneventfully. However, as you are up higher in the mountains, you do start to feel the temperature getting much colder at night, and consider that maybe resting closer to the base of the mountains was, in fact, a wise decision. As the moon passes over the sky from east to west, the sun begins to rise. You hear the Minotaur heavily starting to rise and clamber awake. You hear his heavy footprints walk towards the entrance of the cave. And that's where we're going to take a break. right, and we are back. Like it's gonna be a minute, so we're just gonna jump right back in here. He'll join us. So, as your eyes, there he is. As your eyes flutter open, you see the Minotaur walking out the mouth of the cave. He grunts like he sees something in the distance, and he kind of jogs off a little bit. Quick glance outside the cave, you see that he seems to have spotted a mountain goat, and he's probably going to get breakfast. So, the scene is yours. You're with Kira, you're with Lorius, you're in a little cubby at the base of the Mithril Mountains. You have about 3/4 of a day of travel left to where the Necropolis should be. And of course, you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
Yay.
All right, y'all ready to go?
I think so. Actually, Kira, I do have one quick question. Perhaps you can answer it.
Yes.
I know that once we get to Damon, we have to present the coin so he knows we're, all right. Is there any other protocol, anything else we need to do? Declare our intentions, declare our allegiance, that sort of thing.
The centuries have taken a toll on Damon. I think just producing the coin should be enough. But if it's not, I can't predict that. I haven't been here in many, many years.
Right. Then I guess be prepared. And
All right.
actually, who has the coin? Let's make sure that. Who has the coin?
All of us. Right?
There was only
One person was holding it.
Oh.
I thought it was Cyanus.
He is the master of the coins.
Yeah, you see, I just have so much gold on me right now.
I remember my first time.
Alright.
All right.
Shall
Heading
we?
out?
Then I guess we shall.
I
Okay.
leave our friend a nice. No, I'm not leaving him my bedroll. Oh god, what am I gonna leave him? I leave him my healing potion. I'm gonna leave him one of my healing potions. Just kind of write a little note. Take care. Best of luck. Like this.
Got it?
P.S. If you're ever in the town, please look us up. Strike through. Do not let us scratch through. Don't come to town. They're going to enslave you. Send a carrier or something. See you then. Maybe. Bye. Clearly, I don't write these many notes often.
I think it was perfect, Lycus.
Who the hell is...
Very, very thoughtful. Glorious.
I didn't know you were there, old creepy pants.
Gentle.
I'm sorry.
No, you shocked me. You're good. Having a private moment, just didn't realize I had an audience.
Yeah, this privacy thing is difficult for me.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I thought you were Cyanus. I was about to poke him in the eye.
Oh, okay. All right. Turns and looks at Cyanus and looks at you, and just kind of walks back towards the entrance of the cave.
I feel like a moment just happened, and I'm not okay with it.
All right, so you all head out.
Yes. And if we pass Peldar, I'll just wave.
Okay.
Peltor?
Peltor.
Peltor. Okay.
I may have misspoke earlier. I've been doing that lately. I'm tired a lot. So, get something here. Starting out in the morning, you resume your trek back towards the road. You can see it not that distant, maybe a quarter mile or so away from you. You find the road again. It's still very, very well maintained, but as it enters the mountains, you don't see any more signs of settlement for the remainder of your journey. It climbs up over a low point in the Mithril Mountains, but even at this low point, by the time you get halfway up, you have to bundle up in those nice fur hide jackets that Cyan has purchased, and you start to see your breath coming out of your mouth, and snow starts to cover the path in front of you. Going over the apex of this and then traveling down into a little bit of a valley, you see the road winding its way through the grass and the trees below. Where the road meets the grass, you see once again sprouting up on either side of the path, stretching the entire way throughout this valley, dozens of those gargantuan stone hands rising up out of the ground on either side of the pathway, motionless, reaching towards the sky. Kentaman's hands. Descending into the valley and walking through it is very peaceful, serene. It warms back up very nicely. The air is slightly humid. And it takes you another couple of hours to get through this valley and begin ascending once more, even higher, onto the other side of the valley into the Mithril Mountains. The day starts to grow late, and your legs start to grow a bit weary.
We're on horses.
Your horse's legs start to grow a bit weary. I keep forgetting that, thank you. And Kira says, "We should be getting very close. The path ahead is not made in this fashion. It is made for... what's the word y'all use?
Pilgrims?
Yes, that's perfect. Thank you, Euron. It's made for pilgrims. It will get quite narrow, and most do not come up past this point, so it may be safe, it may be treacherous. I do not know if the horses will be alright or not. You're welcome to bring them if you think they will, but it may be safer on foot. It's really up to you."
If there's a nice spot to tether Boro, I will.
I mean, there's trees all over the place before it starts climbing up into the
lots
rocky.
of nice grass around it.
Yeah, sure.
I put Lord Bearer in the middle to make sure that if Lord Bearer is in danger, the other horses get attacked first, and he has a chance to escape.
You got it.
You are such an ass.
I'm just gonna put Roach on the side, and I'm like, "Look, remember that move I taught you? Kick."
Kicks his legs out.
Yeah, Euron's just kind of cupping Boro's face and like kind of tips her forehead down to his and just be like, "Be safe, all right? You'll be safe." And kind of pats and ears stretch.
The squirrel comes out and taps on his head as well.
You all
All
right,
right.
Squeaker, my man? All right,
So
let's
you
go see some
begin-
dead people.
You begin your ascent higher up into the Mithril Mountains in this bowl of green around you, stretching up into the sky. Silver fades to purple, fades to blue, fades to white, the very snow-capped tips in the sky above you, a bright blue beginning to turn to orange on the horizon as the sun completes its journey throughout the sky. For several more hours, you climb up this road that gradually becomes more narrow and narrow. The snow begins to fall lightly, and then thicker, and ice and snow start to accumulate around you on the path everywhere you go, eventually getting to the point where the path itself is nothing more than a single individual wide, with a sheer cliff face on your left side as you wind your way up around this mountain peak. The area below you, off of the cliff face down below, begins to form a thick mist, a fog, several dozen feet down, that gets thicker and grows with you as you get higher and higher. It seems to be rolling, growing, pouring off the mountaintops themselves, so that eventually all you see is mountaintops all around you, with the cliff face at your side. Every now and then you have to catch your foot from slipping off the edge. The path leads higher upwards into the Mithril Mountains. By this point, you have to hold your arms around your chest to keep from shivering, the frost growing on your nose and your mouth from your very breath.
I pity those two who have beards. Or facial hair.
This portion is known as the Path of the Dead, because it is the only way to reach the necropolis, and only the dead inhabit it anymore. Watch your step, and stay true to yourselves. Don't go robbing any graves, and you should be fine. Goes back to scribbling.
I think this is what I dreamed.
The path winds around the mountain. As the wind starts to pick up a bit, snow starts to fall heavily around you. And before long, something odd catches your attention. Every step you take, the armor moving around you, your very breath, your heart beating, all of it fades into complete silence. It is utterly quiet everywhere you go. There's no bird calls, no insects or animals, no sign of life at all. Even as you feel the biting wind against your face and you see it flapping the clothes around you, you hear no sounds of wind passing your ears. It continues to grow colder as the path gets higher and higher, the snow accumulating into strong banks on either side, catching on these jutting rocks coming out of the cliff face on either side of you. Narrow and treacherously, you bravely proceed towards the Necropolis of Telamok, the ground falling away for hundreds of feet on your left into some inestimable distance below that is obscured by the thick layer of fog. Rounding a corner, the silence is suddenly pierced powerfully. A song drifts on the breeze. As the song reaches your ears, it pulls at your heart, a song so beautiful it makes your soul ache with fiery desire. You glance over to the left to see the source of this song, and you see 3 female forms with talons for legs, feathers holding them up, keeping them warm, calling out to you. I need everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw. Roll 1 for Lorius, 1 for Kira.
Oh, okay. I may have just made it.
These creatures you recognize as harpies from their time harassing Honora in Astoria. Their song pulls at your soul. Lycus, what did you roll?
That's a 4.
Okay.
Oh wait, is this a charm? I have advantage, that's why I'm asking.
It is a form of charm,
okay.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to make sure of.
100%. And I believe that Cyanus should have that as well.
Yep. And
that's a 2. That's okay. Better, a 2.
Okay.
So I rolled a 7.
Ina.
6.
You're on.
14.
14. Okay.
Oh God.
Glancing over at these harpies, you're on. You see Lycus and Ina and Cyanus both staring intently at them. And although the song is beautiful, it doesn't grab your attention like it does theirs. You see they are positioned on a cliff face parallel to you, with the chasm stretching out between you both. The cliff they're on is approximately 15 feet away. They begin to step towards the edge of the cliff, being drawn closer by the harpy's song.
Oh. Oh god. Okay. Oh! I'm going to, who do I think has a better chance? Ina. I'm going to try and, well, because I'm gonna just try and punch her. Reflex, oh fuck, just see if that helps.
Give me 1 second.
So every scenario where there's a charm sort of thing, all I do is I just hit. That's all I know how to do.
Okay. Make an attack roll. With advantage.
With advantage. Thank you. Less hard. Oh fuck! No, that doesn't hit. Yeah,
What's
even. Actually, wait. No, it would have hit Ina before. It would not hit her now.
What'd you roll?
I rolled 12.
Okay. So you slam out with your fist, catching the metal shoulder of her armor. It hurts. You move her shoulder, but she doesn't seem to react.
Did Kira and Lorius reacting at all?
Lorius' eyebrows are wide. Kira is kind of backed up against the cliff face, looking at everybody and furiously writing things down.
Oh.
So that was your action. Is there anything else?
I get an extra attack.
Okay.
I'm a fighter. I can do that. Yeah, I can attack twice when I take it. I'm going to hit her again.
Go for it.
These dice gods be kind. Yes! Thank you, dice gods! That's a 25 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit. So it's going to be an unarmed strike is
4.
Okay, 4?
Yeah,
right.
1 plus 3.
Alright, so you lash out and catch her on the jaw. Whack! Her head turns, and she slowly turns it back towards the harpies, completely ignoring you.
Fuck. Okay. Okay, that didn't work. I can only grapple one of you at a time.
Well, that was your action.
Yeah, no, and no, I can't do really anything. No, instinct. I'm gonna try and drown out the harpies. Is it possible for me to do that as a free action?
Just try and yell out something?
I'm
Sure.
just gonna scream.
Okay.
At the top of my fucking lungs.
You got it.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm not going to do that because I value your guys' eardrums.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. I know, you felt something like a bug on your face. It's hard to discern with the harpies just song piercing your heart, so give me another saving throw.
19.
19. Okay.
I thank God I haven't got that muted. I actually screamed.
You're on. You hear a different voice drift across your ears. It grows in volume, steadily drowning out the harpy's song, and you regain your senses to see Lycus and Cyanus drifting closer towards the cliff. Your
Which
turn.
which one's closest to me?
I mean, they're all within arm's reach or 5-10 feet away.
Yeah, can I grab both of them, like by the scruff of their collar? You know,
You
kinda...
you can grapple one of them.
Okay. I'll grapple Cyanus.
Okay. I was gonna say you do see Lorius scrambling to try to get to Lycus as well.
Okay.
All right, so give me an athletics check, and Cyanus, you're going to be attempting to get away to get towards the harpies. So acrobatics, I would assume.
Rolled a 13.
Rolled a 27.
Okay. So you reach out towards Cyanus, and he definitely
Did you?
nods
No,
nods
like I've
underneath
got a
your
plus
grapple.
10 to acrobatics, so like all my
Yeah.
acrobatics are like busted high.
Your hand grazes over his horns as he dodges out of the way and walks towards the edge of the cliff. Lorius is going to try
It's
and
him.
grab you, Lycus. I need athletics or acrobatics from you. He rolled a 16. I'm sorry, 15.
That's a 15.
15.
That's a 15 athletics check.
Okay, so contest, they meet, nothing changes, so he does not grapple you. Alright, so you both lash out, reach out at them, trying to stop them from walking to the edge of the cliff and don't know what they're going to do.
It's so pretty.
It sounds so beautiful. As these songs pull on your heartstrings for a second, you feel the ground give way beneath your toes as you reach the cliff face, Cyanus and Lycus. You glance down for a moment, pause, give me another saving throw. Wisdom.
Do we roll twice on this one, or
Advantage, it should be, yes.
I got an 18.
Okay.
Does it matter? But I need to roll
Okay.
again.
No.
oh, I rolled a 13 and a 9, so I'll go with 13.
Okay. So, you both look at each other, look down to the fog below swirling beneath you, and the effect fades for the time being. They are still singing out to you.
Thank the gods. Oh.
So we're going to go one round. Those of you who've used your actions obviously cannot dash. Lycus and Cyanus, you did not use your actions yet. Lorius did, Ina did, Euron did. So y'all can try and rush up the path 30 feet ahead. Everybody, Lycus and Cyanus, if you choose to dash, you can get 60 feet ahead or double your movement speed, whatever that is. The whole point is you have to get out of the range of their song as they're calling to you. And they have a range of 300 feet. Okay? So, I'm trusting each of you to figure out how many rounds that is for you, or if you choose to stay closer to your slower members, or whatever y'all decide to do. That way I can kind of hand wave this so we're not going turn by turn. Got it? Okay. So, next round. Are you all together, or did Lycus and Cyanus sprint ahead?
I just backed away from the edge.
Okay, so you're
Run.
staying there?
No, it's our turn. Like,
Yeah.
to run.
Run.
You can run. She's got a good. Well, Sinus had a good point. I think you can choose it. You can do whatever you want. This is normal turns. I assumed y'all would want to run. I apologize for assuming. You may not want to run. That's fine. What do y'all want to do?
How
Like
far away are
Sinus.
they? You said
They're about 15 feet across the chasm from you. 3 harpies.
3 of them.
Nuke them down.
If we fuck up, we're gonna pull us over that edge. Nuke them down.
It's fine. I'm used to the edge.
All right. So who's doing what?
Motherfucker.
So I'm gonna target one of them.
How do you hold on? I put my hand on. Oh, 1 second, brother. Got you. I put a cloud of daggers right in the middle, and it's 5 feet around.
Okay.
So it's gonna hit all 3 of them.
Easy enough.
4d4. Let me go ahead and roll that.
Go for it.
Let's see. Oh, that's right. I have the. So that's 10 damage to all three of them.
Got it.
I need. Oh, hold on. It's I filled the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point I choose. The creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters this area or starts its turn there. There's no save because it's only 4d4s.
Yeah, 1 second. You said 5 feet on each side?
Yes. If so,
5 foot cube.
It's a. So if I do here, it's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Right? Am I
That would be
mistaken?
5 foot radius.
Yeah, I think you're thinking
A
5 foot
5 foot-
radius.
Yeah,
5 foot
that's a
cube
ring.
is one space.
So that's 5 feet high, 5 feet wide, 5 feet deep.
Yeah.
So it
you
can
put
hit-
it.
Oh, I thought it was everything around the. Oh,
Like everything around a point.
So that's one.
yeah, from central point, 5 feet around. I misunderstood that. Well, that's stupid.
If you want to use it, I'll say you can probably hit 2 of them if you put it right between them, since there is no save. Otherwise, they'd get advantage on the save. But if you want to do that or do something else,
Let him do his thing. I thought this spell did something different. That's why I picked it.
okay,
I'm gonna have to look at that later.
you got it.
All right, gonna try attacking the one that's like right on the middle.
That's fine. We can just refer to them as 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
So we'll call that one 2.
Okay.
All right. Grimstalker.
And that's a 25 to hit.
It kind of hits, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Stay there. All right. And that's 11 damage.
You got it. It flies out, nails him in the side, blood pours down to the white snow, providing a stark contrast. She keeps saying, Grimstalker flies back to you, whip it around, you got it. Anything else?
I'm just gonna, like, slowly back up.
You got it. Like
I'm gonna throw a Dissonant Whispers at that one that he damaged. So I need a DC 14 save.
That's wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
I rolled a 7.
Alright, I don't know, this freaking thing ain't working right. Alright, 11 damage. I'm just gonna use the D&D Beyond.
No worries, you got it. Anything else besides damage, or is that it?
It's 3D, it's psychic damage, and then she runs as far as she can, as fast as she can, immediately, using her reaction.
Okay, you got it. She puts her feathers up to her head for a moment, and her song wails up into a scream, and she flies away 40 feet up the mountainside away from you.
And then I back up with him 30 feet.
Okay. Alright, Harpies.
Damn, she
let's
didn't
see.
die? God.
She did not. Harpies are back up. Does she have to keep running, or can she come back? Does it say anything about that? Is it like a frightened effect, or is it just that one time?
It doesn't say she's frightened or anything. It just says her reaction is to run as fast as she can, as far as she can.
Okay. So she's gonna fly back down after regaining her composure, and same thing, wisdom saves from everybody.
Okay.
Got a 16.
Okay. You're on.
11.
11. Okay. Ina?
5.
5. Okay. And Lycus.
I recognize that face. That face is Avra, you heartless bitch.
You got it, buddy?
Yeah, I was just wondering if I was doing something wrong because it kept giving me 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, stuff like that. So I continuously rolled multiple times just to see if I was doing something wrong. But no, it's giving different numbers. It was just ironic. It was the same things.
Okay. Fair enough. So 1, 4, 5-ish range?
No, it was a 5.
Oh, it was 5? Okay.
Yeah, 5.
All right, to keep this more organized, let's roll initiative so we can have you guys in order here. Five, you're on. Got it.
15.
15, Cyanus.
12 for, yeah.
For both y'all?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so Cyanus, you're good. What are you gonna do?
Gonna throw the spear at number 2 again.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it. 27.
Yep, it hits.
And 10 damage.
All right, you got it. It pierces through her torso. You see a bit of bone and blood and feathers fly off to the side. She doubles over in agony. Her song is more of a death wail at this point. She seems really wounded, but she's still up. Anything else?
Then I'm just gonna keep backing up.
You got it. Lycus and Ina, same time, you're both affected. So, you both zone out once more. Everybody sees this. Hold on, let me put... Okay, it doesn't matter. I was putting Lorius on here. I'm not trying to cheat you guys. Alright, so both you see Ina and Lycus start walking towards the edge again. I need wisdom saving throws from both of you again as you get to the edge of the cliff.
Did we run to this cliff?
The path is one person wide.
I'm rolled a 7.
Roll a 20.
Okay.
On the advantage.
Okay. So Lycus, you once again snap out. You see Ina there. She looks down for a moment, looks back up at them, and leaps. I need you to give me a strength check, Ina.
19.
19. All right. So Ina jumps over, leaps across the chasm, and lands with a snowy splash on the other side, getting up to her feet and walking towards the harpies, captivated by their song. The one next to her, caressing her face and looking in her eyes. You see her talons start to press in on her cheeks, but she draws no blood. All right. You're on. You're up.
11 saved?
It did.
Thank the gods. Okay. Yeah, I just want to quickly confirm a thing. So there's actually, I'm just going to try and whistle and see if I can get one of the sirens' attention.
Okay.
Get one of them to look at me. Then all of the snakes are going to rise up in unison, and my eyes are going to. No one can see this because I'm not looking. But the eyes are just starting to turn all red, and I would like that harpy to make a con save for me.
Which one?
Let's go with.
So there's 1, 2, and 3. 2's in the middle, the one that they've been attacking. 1 is all the way to your left. That's the one that Ina is kind of enraptured with right now, and 3 is on the right side.
Let's go with 3.
Okay.
Actually, no, 1. Let's go with 1.
Go with 1. All right. What is it? A con save?
Yeah.
Ooh. That is going to be a 3.
It was a DC 8. Yes. It's paralyzed.
It's paralyzed. Let me double check something real quick. Where's my sheet?
Petrifying gaze.
Right here. Okay, so it is caressing Ina's face. It turns to look at you, locks eyes with you, and then suddenly it just stops moving. It stops singing. Ina, you snap out of it at this moment. The song no longer captivating you because she's not singing anymore. All right. So, anything else you're on?
I just want to clarify some wording, if I could.
Okay. Go ahead.
Part of it says, on a failure, the creature is paralyzed until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
On your turn, you can use your bonus action to force it to repeat the saving throw. Could that work the same term I cast it?
Is it an action to do that or not?
Yeah, it's an action to do Petrifying Gaze, and then it says, on my turn, I can use a bonus action to force the creature to repeat this saving throw with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna try again.
Good disadvantage?
Yep.
What's... Never mind.
I rolled a 7.
Yep, so that's strike 2.
Anything happen or no?
Each time it fails, it's paralyzed until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
If I manage to do it 3 times in 10 minutes, so that's strike 2.
Yep.
It's petrified.
Nice. Okay. So, you see Ina kind of shake her head and this look of rage crosses her face. The harpy that was caressing her face is just kind of like completely still and not singing anymore. You're on, that's it for you. So, Lorius is up. He glances around, sees Ina over there, see Lorius has snapped out of it. So he is going to whip out his version of a blowgun, and he is going to roll a 9 on an attack roll. So you see this dart fly out and narrowly miss the harpy in the middle that y'all were shooting out. I'm sorry, I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to help. Bottom of the order, top of the order, Harpy 2 and Harpy 3 are still singing, so wisdom saving throws again.
Dirty 20.
Wait a minute. I don't get a turn if I get charmed and then I save on their turn. I don't get a. I have to beat it to have a turn.
Let me check.
Just making sure I understand it.
Yeah,
Right?
no. I might have screwed you. Let me double check. Okay, so I was speed reading. You get to repeat the save if either it's the end of your turn or you're about to enter damaging terrain, which this chasm would be. So I'm more than happy to say that happened during your turn. You can go ahead and do an action, a bonus action, and you move like 2 feet.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure. If I beat it, so what do I get?
Normal turn basically.
All right, I shoot the bitch that we already are hurting.
Number 2.
Flat 1d20. Okay, 9.
It's 9. That's a miss. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, and I run back 30 feet.
Wait, so you're running down the path 30 feet?
No, hold on. Actually, I run, back that way. Ina's on that side of the chasm.
Okay.
But
so
you know what? They want me to go over there. I'm gonna fucking jump this thing. Is that okay?
if you want to,
I'm going with Ina.
make a strength check. It's gonna be a DC
Strength?
15. I'm giving you that as an idea of how hard you think it might be.
God damn.
As Lycus might think it might be.
It's 15 feet?
Yeah.
It's 15 feet. It's slippery. It's snowy. The DC to get across is 15.
No, I'm going back the other way. I'll
Okay,
shoot
so-
from the distance. 30 feet run that way.
That's fine. Just make sure everybody's on the same page with the picture here. You're on a narrow path. There's a cliff that was to your right. If you face the harpies, it's directly behind you. Like you can reach back and touch it. Facing the harpies, there's a 15-foot chasm in front of you. Across from it is a ledge where the harpies were. So you could run back the way you came to the left, or you can proceed up the path to the right. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh. Yeah, east to west with a small outcropping where they had the diving board. I'm going up the path then.
Okay, that's fine. So you go 30 feet up the path. Your party's 30 feet behind you on this narrow ledge. Everything is good there. Okay, so that was it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to go back to the top of the order. Now wisdom saving throws. If you didn't already tell me what they were. And remember, advantage for you two. And for Loris, actually. Good.
And I had a dirty 20 before.
Okay.
10?
And fail.
Rolled a 12.
12 succeeds.
13.
13 succeeds. So, you're on your turn. We're not there yet. But you all see you're affected by it. Cyanus, you're up. What are you going to do?
Gonna try pigging number 3 again.
Give me 1
number
second.
2 again.
I need to see if Harpy 2 or Harpy 3 is affecting Euron, so you guys have that information. You can see who she's staring at. Is Harpy 3.
Well,
Just so you know.
2's almost dead, so
Certainly seems that way.
that'll be 23.
20, here's a hit.
And just out of curiosity now, since Ina's over there, is she next to 2 or 1?
She's next to number 1, all the way on the left.
Okay.
Harpy 2's in the middle. Harpy 3's on the right. Harpy 3 is the one that is locked eyes with Euron.
Gotcha. No, just wanted to make sure if I ended up having to do like sneak attack damage on this or not. All right, and that's another 10.
Okay. Grimstalker flies out, pierces her, splinters her cheekbone, kind of pops off a little bit, narrowly misses the cliff face as it loops vertically back around and comes to your hand. She stumbles for a second, goes down to her knees, and then tumbles off the cliff down into the fog below, swirling out beneath her as she dies. RP2 is dead.
Oh.
Anything else, Cyanus?
Then I'm just gonna basically just get ready for the next one.
Okay. Lycus and Iona are up.
I'm gonna shoot that bitch.
Which one? The
Number
paralyzed
3.
one? Or
Yeah, no, number 3. The one that's still singing. That's a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
All right, 14 damage. Trying to see if I could stick her right in the neck and interrupt that song.
You got it.
And then I call out to I call out like how do I want to put this? I want a bonus action inspiration on Euron, but I'm gonna kind of call out like a little, I don't know, an inspirational kind of something to try and help her beat this effect that I know she's under.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't come up with something.
You're good, man. You're good. Is that it?
Yeah, you know, fuck it. I'm not gonna keep running. They're down
How
to
about
1.
the only pretty voice you should be listening to is mine?
Oh, that's so witty.
And Ari says she can't make jokes.
I know.
I have my
great.
moments.
Okay. Yeah, so
All right.
it's a D8 now, by the way. My Bardic Inspiration is now an 8.
Gloriana.
All right. Ina, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to whip out my great axe and swing at the paralyzed harpy next to me.
Harpy number 1. Okay, so you have advantage on the attack roll.
So advantage would give me 21 to hit.
Okay, it's automatically a crit.
Oh, is it now?
Oh.
Because she's paralyzed.
Okay, all right. So we're already looking at 12.
It's gonna hurt.
Doesn't your, I was just saying, don't you have something for
17.
your,
17?
17 damage.
doesn't your Great Weapon Master do something as well? For crits?
Oh
or no?
yeah, if I crit, does that count? Because
It's
it's
a crit.
Critical.
Yeah, if it crits or something. Does it do anything
Yep.
on there?
yeah. I can make one melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
Go for it.
Yeah, because you
But
have
I
second
also-
attack and bonus attack now.
Yeah, I have second attack now that we're level 5. So
Go
this'll-
for it.
Death.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
And that's a crit too.
Yep.
I
Automatically a crit.
smash.
Damn.
I know, smash.
Oh, I rolled an 11. So 12 plus 11 plus 3.
26.
Thank you. And then my bonus action.
Hold on.
Okay.
So you see Ina whip around with a great axe, wham, slam into her midsection. She crumbles to the ground like a stone statue, not able to move, but barely on her knees. She reverses the stroke, great axe comes around, clean across the neck. The head flies up and tumbles into the snow, falling down to the chasm below. You see Ina kick out with her hoof, knocking it down to the bottomless chasm beneath you. That one is dead. A lot of damage.
You killed
Number
it.
3 is still up.
Okay,
And still
I'll
captivating Euron.
go. I will go over to number 3 and whack at it.
Go for it.
Oh, I should not have. Let me re-roll because I was rolling with advantage. Should have done that.
Okay.
15 plus 6, so 21.
It hits.
Uh, 13 damage.
13. You bring your great axe down vertically. It slashes across the harpy's feather, carving out this giant bloody streak in it. She turns to you and screams, still maintaining that song, but she's furious and very hurt. Anything else, Ina?
That'll be it for me.
Okay. Euron. You're still charmed.
Thank God. 8 plus 3 from the Bardic Inspiration, so 11. That is just enough.
11 is just enough. So you get to the edge, look down, regain your senses, snap out of it. Your turn.
Hey, bitch! And then the moment it looks at me, up come the snakes again. Red eyes. Roll a con save for me.
That is a 18. Sorry.
That fails. I tried.
You did. You nailed the first one. That was perfect.
First two, that was so good.
Is that it?
That is, unfortunately, all I can do.
Okay. And Lorius rolled a 14 attack roll. That is... What the blowgun is normally, it's 1 plus dex, right?
No, it's straight. It's just a straight damage of just dex, I think.
I think it's 1 plus dex.
Hold on, I got it right here on mine.
Either way, it's only 1 point difference. It takes... He whips up the blowgun one more time, shoots out, and that is 4 piercing damage as the dart buries itself in the harpy's torso, and we are back at the top. So, wisdom saving throws. Probably one more time. Probably the last time. Don't forget advantage.
That's a 15 for me.
This time, Lorius is affected. 15's a save. You're on.
Rolled a 13. Sorry.
13's a save. You're good. You're on.
13.
13's a save. Lycus?
9.
9's a fail.
Yeah.
Okay. So, top of the order, Cyanus, you see Lycus lowers his pan flute and starts to walk in the direction of the harpy. Lorius is doing the same thing. What are you going to do?
And Ina's standing right next to 3, right?
Yes.
Watch this fucker explode. I'm gonna throw my spear at the harpy.
Go for it.
Hey, that's a nat fucking 20. Holy shit. Oh, no.
Just tell me how the harpy dies. You don't need to, don't even roll.
Like, holy shit. No, like I'm trying to think of the math on that one because like I get 3 sneak attacks plus my regular damage. So that's like 30 damage right there. Holy shit.
You're gonna have to have that number written down automatically to reference because that's a lot of math.
I mean, I did it quick.
You did good. You did really good.
But yeah, I just throw the spear as she's like trying to sing at me, and it impales her through her throat.
Rips through. Grimstalker comes back to you, coated in the sick blood.
And then she just like falls off the cliff.
That was good. Stumbles down through the foggy mist below. Alright, Lycus and Lorius instantly snap out of it. Ina, you're on the cliff face opposite of the path. What are y'all doing? And it's just a narrow ledge with a nest on it that you're at, Ina.
Oh. Oh, I'm seeing it now. Okay. I call out a, you got this, you can do it, make that jump! Burn inspiration on her, because she's gonna need some help on that shit. That's gonna be hard. Oh, loot them bitches first!
Okay, I'll loot them bitches.
Give me an investigation check.
4.
4. You find a lot of feathers and some dried out wood. It seems to be a light coating of toppings just near where you're standing. Droppings, not toppings. Droppings.
I was gonna say topping.
Some nasty
I mean,
bitches.
it could be toppings depending on what your flavor is, but you don't find anything of significant value.
Okay. I guess I will attempt to jump back over. Do I see a different route?
No, it's your cliff face on either side.
If you land near me, I'll try and help pull you on.
Yeah, I'm just like, y'all make a hole and make it wide, because...
This train's coming through.
Basically.
They slowly back up.
I'm coming, so... Alright.
Are you rolling bardic inspiration? It's a strength check.
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
Okay.
So I rolled a 15, and then the D8 was a 7. So that's a
yeah.
plus
Easy
my
enough.
strength, which is a shit ton. So
Yeah. She almost like makes a little bit of a dent in the cliff face as she slams to the other side, or who's skiving on the somewhat icy path. Awesome. Wow. Put that map away. All right. So
there was a map.
There was a map? You never
We've been doing
shared
this
it!
all by mine, and you put the map up.
it wasn't a map for the cliff. So as you regain your composure, relatively unscathed, well, entirely unscathed actually, except for maybe mentally.
Now I feel a little something.
That's true. You do have a little bit of a twinge on your cheek.
Mm-hmm. I'll do.
I mean, you were conscious. You would remember it. You were just zoned out.
I remember that she punched me in the face.
Yes, you would. You weren't unconscious. You are standing on this very narrow cliff, right next to each other. Kira breathes a sigh of relief as she's doing that. Lorius walks towards Lycus, kind of doing the...
High five.
Yes.
No.
Alright.
No. Hold.
No?
Hold. I'm sorry. I don't know how loud that might have been on the mic.
No, you're fine. You're fine. They all work out a little high five system. He's kind of iffy with it, but I think it's the general idea. All right. So
And I'm just petting my snakes like, you were such good babies. That was such a good job.
that was good.
That was awesome. Yeah.
All
You
right.
can actually be a Medusa in the way I'm supposed to be a Medusa. Yes. Sorry, I'm done. Go.
No, you're good. You're good. You're 100% good.
I'm gonna let you know, just because I thought I had a ranged AoE. I picked up Shatter instead of that, if that's okay. I'm letting you know now. I didn't want to do it in game or in the thing, but
Yeah, not a big
it's the
deal.
same level spell. I thought that was a 10 cube, but I'm gonna take Shatter as an AoE instead.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, just want to make sure that was okay with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for checking. All right, so standing on the cliff face, would y'all like to proceed?
Hell yeah! Moving on up.
Okay.
Get the fuck off this clip face.
I cannot feel my face.
I feel her face for her. Do you feel me?
No, I can't.
I pluck her cheek.
Still nothing.
Alright, you're on your own. Cyanus, you're up.
I'm just like, okay.
Please don't.
No, I'm just like, come on. I know there's probably more where those fucking comes from.
Mhm.
I fucking hate sirens. Harpies, whatever the fuck. Ugh.
I mean, I wasn't gonna correct you. Technically, they're different things, but yeah, no, you got it.
Let's just keep going. I will feel safer with walls around me, even if they're walls of a necropolis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. So, continue on for another hour, winding higher into the mountains, deeper into the vast crevices and snow-capped peaks before you. I don't know if I should wait for Josh to go back or not. No? Okay. You round a final bend, and you see a vast canyon stretching out before you between two opposing mountains of the range. On the far side, you see pillars on a vast precipice, multi-layered, and a huge, glorious temple mausoleum type structure off to the right-hand side. Very tall, multi-layered, with angled roofs. The Necropolis of Telamok stands before you, awe-inspiring in both size and splendor. Although ice and snow are obscuring the details at this distance, its magnificent pillars and statues are surrounding this massive stone structure in the middle, and you see alcoves and ornate pillars carved into the mountainside itself. Between you and the necropolis, this vast canyon is spanned by 3 stone bridges. The first one to come across your path seems relatively intact. The 2 further you can see have broken down and fallen into the mist below in ages past. Although the bottom of the canyon here is more shallow, it is still lightly coated in mist, but from this vantage point you can see a vast number of bones scattered amongst the rocks below. The silence presses upon you once again. The only sound you can hear is your footsteps crunching on the icy frost beneath you.
You got that coin ready, Dionysus?
Mm-hmm. And I've got it kind of just like twiddling between my fingers.
Check something real quick.
Good.
Okay.
Whatever you all do, don't look down.
I know. As you walk along the path, nearing the base of this bridge that spans the chasm in front of you, the canyon in front of you, you notice what appears to be footprints, deeply embedded in the snow and even somewhat in the finer rock surface of the path beneath you. Staring down at them, they seem very familiar, and you recall that the Minotaur in the cave, Peltor, made similar footprints, although these are much heavier and wider. They seem to be going to and from the necropolis.
Like how much wider?
An inch or 2. They're not like
Oh.
massive, but they're a different size, a noticeably different size. So you have no reason to believe it's the same Minotaur.
Okay. I'll point it out to the party. Look,
You got it.
guys, a bigger Minotaur. These are bigger than Peltor.
No, it's his brother.
No, his brother's back in Mitros. This is the ancient undead ones, most likely. The ones that guard this place.
Yes. But they definitely walk back and forth this way, so be vigilant.
Don't know exactly how we can let them pass if they walk by. I hope it does not come to that.
I think the sooner we pay Damon this coin, the better.
Let us go.
Oh, man. Snow is
All
making
right.
me cold.
So, you should see the map before you. You see yourselves on... You have traversed out onto the bridge. As you make your way across, out of the snow, out of the wind around you. A dark figure apparates, standing 10 feet away. You see a tattered cloak, wispily covering the figure's thin frame, completely obscuring its face. Along the hems, you see golden, intricate runes all over the garment. As it comes into being, you see its head slightly rise, still not able to see its face, obscured by the shadows of the hood, but it reaches out a hand, and from this hand you see the bony fingers of a skeleton, palm up, stretched out towards you.
Damon.
But this is the figure I saw in my dream.
He probably wants this then. And hand him the coin.
You hand him the coin? Okay. I'm just asking because it's a little bit hard to hear you. I want to make sure I heard you.
Yeah.
Okay. He slowly closes his skeletal grasp around the coin, puts his arm back down by his side, and then a slight gust of wind passes. His cloak scatters into ethereal matter, and the way before you is clear.
Thank you, Damon.
Yes, that seems like Damon. Well, welcome to the Necropolis Telamok, Heroes of the Prophecy. Where do we begin?
Inside, first of all.
And off this fucking bridge.
Light it so I can get a fire started. Oh, please.
Feel free to move your tokens relatively freely. You continue crossing the bridge, and as you near the far side, you see 12 rectangular-shaped tomb entrances carved
So
into the
clear we're
cliffs.
going this way?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Up and to the left. I wasn't sure.
You see these 12 tomb entrances carved into the cliff at the various levels, each of them marked in quiet repose by 4 stone columns. To the northeast is that great structure you saw from across the canyon. Now in sharp relief is a great white marble mausoleum, comparable in size to the Palace of Astoria, except much taller and more ornately designed. Close up to the mausoleum, higher up on the cliff, there is a 13th tomb. It appears much grander than the others. The design flowing off, hit the microphone, flowing off in various directions, and it's standing relatively alone on its rocky outcropping. Before you, on the ground, you see many bodies lying upon the icy paths that wind around the ruins. Some of them are half-frozen corpses, desiccated, rendered apart of would-be grave robbers, while others are seemingly stone statues of various sizes and styles, either standing tall on their pediments or fallen down from the various forces of nature over the long years past. Everywhere you walk, these statues, although they're not moving, their eyes seem to be watching you.
Why did you have to say that? Oh. Kira,
Yes, my love.
which way would you say is the Xander Horath's tomb?
Why that big one?
I'm guessing the big one. I just want to clarify.
The large palatial one is the tomb of Balmetria. Xander's should be that one standing alone by itself, the one that is more highly decorated than the rest.
That is a massive mausoleum. And
They say dragons are kind of big.
A little bit.
I've never seen one other than the one Gaius was flying.
That was a
Lycus,
huge bitch.
Lycus, where you're standing at, you
Yeah,
stand.
I'm looking at this cave front or this tomb front.
100%. You glance at this large stone slab that is fitted into the entryway of this tomb. It appears as though it was dragged into the place from the left or from the right based on its general size and how it's situated there. Inscribed on the surface in an old version of Common, it reads, Telamok Arcalander, oath sworn of Tysoval, death awaits any who would desecrate the great warrior within.
Hey, this one's Telamok.
Why do I feel a sudden urge to spit?
Ain't this the one that fucking murdered everybody?
It's one of them.
One of them.
But isn't he the one who oh, no, never mind, that's the other one.
The other one's Astor.
Yeah.
This is his
So-
brother.
Yeah, just general clarification. Telamok was the king. He was attempting to expand his borders, and he didn't really care how it happened, and he believed a conflict was inevitable. Estor was the brother he dispatched to go ahead and attack and rout the Gigans, and Estor was largely the one attributed with committing most of the atrocities that led up to the First War, although Telamok is also judged harshly because he knew how his brother was, and he largely turned a blind eye to it.
Okay. How tall is the next level? Like to get up there?
To climb the sheer cliff face, it's about
I'm just curious.
15 to 20 feet, depending on where you're climbing at. Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not going to. I was just wondering how high up are we looking at separation? I must have missed it. Okay.
No worries.
And yeah, I'm just gonna head. All right. What the hell are these things? I just look at the pillars. Fucking.
Lorius walks up. They appear to be stone trees.
Okay, I'll take that. Weird. Does it really look like a stone tree?
No. It's just literally a stone column coming out of the ground. Some of them have statues, and some of them have motifs and things
That's
like
what
that.
I thought. Lorius
yeah.
is special. You know, he's not. I mean, special is he's not used to city life, so he doesn't know the word for column. So I was going to take it at face value.
Indeed.
I'm gonna go up to this one and I'm gonna try like scurrying up the side of it.
Okay. You got it.
Wait for me.
All right. Lycus, the one closest to you. The inscription, you can see this one from a distance. They're written very big. You don't have to actually walk up to each one, but this one you see says Dorian Nirdagon. And they all seem to say, death awaits any who would desecrate the great warrior within. The grave.
Well, that's going to happen no matter what, bitches.
Sinus and Euron, you can very easily scramble up here. It's a relatively small slope. And once you get up to this one is the tomb of Myrto the Magnificent. That's all it reads.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a history check.
Okay.
See if I like know this name at all.
Alright.
Which direction's the one that was, when you're saying there was one standing alone?
It's all the way in the northernmost.
Northernmost?
Yeah.
Okay. I hadn't zoomed out that far.
It's directly to it's the closest one on the cliff face, on the same level as the massive palatial Tomb of Balmitria.
Okay.
What? Y'all figuring? What? There's
The most northern one that is facing towards us.
So
I'm a little confused because there's 4.
It's okay.
Yeah, which one is it?
it's
We
okay.
got.
You see the one that has more pillars than the rest?
The one with 8.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's right to. It's just to the left of the Balmitria tomb. I thought there was 2. That's 1 with 8 pillars in front of it.
Correct.
Okay.
What did you roll,
Sanus,
Sanus?
is that one Xander's?
I rolled an 8.
Okay. The name does not ring a bell to you particularly.
No, it's someone else. I've never heard of this dude.
What's his name?
You already forgot.
Yeah, I did.
Myrto the Magnificent.
Myrto the Magnificent. He sounds like a magician.
Myrto? Do I know that name?
Save you guys the history rolls. Kira walks up, noticing you there.
Sounds like the
Myrto,
name Mitros, but not right.
he was a bit full of himself. He was the grandson of Adonis. His family, of course, had great wealth, passed down from generation to generation, and so after Cosmo was the leader of the Dragon Lords, he used this wealth to bribe the rest of the Order so that he would be elected leader after Cosmo died.
Well, shit. I won't. Then I'll kind of hop down and start making my way towards Balmitria's mausoleum.
Okay.
If I can grab hold of my control and not map.
Standing before this massive tomb, you feel dwarfed by a combination of its size and the splendor that it portrays. The mausoleum seems to be carved entirely of pristine white marble, and massive serpentine pillars rise up from the base to support the roof on all sides at the various levels. As you get closer, you see that these winding pillars are in the form of expertly crafted dragons, seeming to rise from below and support the weight of the world. Unlike most of the other tombs here, the passageway to this mausoleum is open, allowing you to see inside. And within the little bit of light reflecting off of the marble coming from the outside, you see a huge marble block resting directly in the center of the mausoleum.
I'm just going to reach over and touch one of the columns. Kind of just brush snow off any ledges and just go, they must have loved you dearly. I'm just going to pat it and then keep walking.
As you walk past from the columns, you look inside the entryway and you see the walls have been carved out in marble mosaics depicting various scenes. It's further away because you didn't enter, but just letting you know, you see that there's something on the walls there, art of some type.
Actually, you know what? I can't feel my face. I'm going inside.
Okay, you're going inside. What's everybody else doing? I haven't heard from Ina in a while.
I'll follow her in there. I'm just kind of like taking it in. We don't treat our dead like this, so this is kind of weird to me.
You got it. Sinus, Lycus?
I was just.
No, go ahead.
I was just looking at this tomb to just stand alone above all the others, looking at the inscription.
Yeah, that's Myrto's tomb.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I was like, huh.
You got
I
it.
kind of just doing my thing, and then I'm gonna carry on with them.
Same.
Okay. Glancing around the walls, looking at each line of mosaic, proceeding from one to the next, they almost appear new. There seems no degradation, no age to anything around you inside the mausoleum. The panel closest to the entrance depicts 5 dragons, and they have been inlaid with precious metals to signify their coloration. The first one, larger than the other, is silver, wings outstretched, soaring high into the sky. Following closely are 4 smaller bronze dragons. They're depicted flying amongst the clouds and what appears to be a human warrior, and ready for battle, formidable, powerful, well-armed, mounted on each dragon. The next mosaic is predominantly an artistic rendering of the very fertile coast of Thylia. The dragons remain flying aloft in the sky. The silver dragon itself appears to be making landfall on this new continent. The next mosaic shows the rider of the silver dragon down on the ground, greeting a very poor, shambling, haggard-looking group of humans on the shoreline with trees in the background. And thus the mosaics continue on around the interior of the mausoleum, showing human civilization, elves, gnomes, dwarves, on Thylia blossoming from tiny towns into great walled cities, with the dragon lords leading, guiding, protecting, and standing over them the entire time. This block, this massive, huge marble, pristine white block resting in the center of the mausoleum, now that you're in and you're walking around, it appears to be about 15 feet long, 10 feet wide, and 5 feet high.
Are there any candles or anything like that in here? Candles and sticks or anything?
There are not. But speaking of light, you see that as the light comes in through the doorway, you don't see any type of design that's meant to reflect and illuminate with the outside light, but it does shed light throughout the inside here, almost as though there was a massive white fire in the middle of the room. Everything is brightly lit, easy to discern, despite having no native light sources.
There's no like centaurs or anything in any of the art or like any of the native races. Okay.
No.
This makes me feel wild, both good and very uncomfortable. I owe my existence to what they did here. But the things done in that name. I'm just quiet, just kind of staring at everything and, blowing on our hands, trying to get feeling back.
Yeah, is it any warmer in here?
Not significantly, no.
Ugh.
You're
So
not
let's
getting the
continue.
You're not getting the wind chill on you, but the temperature is the same.
Lycus is just going to be walking up and really just staring at these mosaics and all, just really taking in this place.
Out of curiosity, what color dragons were there again? And Balmitra is silver.
1 silver, 4 bronze.
Bronze. I guess that shows how you pick. I guess how they picked partly how they picked the leader, who was the biggest dragon.
And just so you know, you're a little bit low to me again,
Sorry.
Ari.
I'm just talking quietly. Sorry.
I know. It's okay. Just letting you know.
I guess that shows how they picked a leader. Who had the biggest dragon? I'm sure there are other factors, but that seems a significant one.
Well, I don't believe it's a place to dawdle, so.
So, you all are in the Necropolis of Telamok. There are many tombs here, some of which you know about, some of which you don't. There are various options before you. You could probably rest in the mausoleum of Balmitria, the tomb of Balmitria. You could investigate to see who all is actually laid to rest here, although you're fairly certain that you could get the same information from either talking to Kira some other time or back in speaking with Aesop, because he seemed to know a lot about it. As far as attempting to enter any tombs or anything like that, if that's your fancy, be my guest, or just tell me what tombs you would like to try and enter or whatever. I'm just trying to make sure you guys understand the general sense of what's happening here.
So, we're here to get we were sent to wield the weapons of the first Dragon Lord.
Right.
But, so, let's go find out if they were buried with him. I feel very weird about robbing a grave. Even if we're sent here for a reason, I feel very uncomfortable with that.
Let's go find them.
Maybe he's that big one over there.
Okay. So, you all walk towards the grandest tomb carved into the cliff face, the one very near the mausoleum of Balmitria, Lorius, and Kiro in tow. You see that this tomb, rather than normal stone, is also carved out of white marble, directly into the side of the mountain and sheltered by a impressive portico of weathered columns. The entrance to the sepulchre is blocked by a heavy chiseled slab. On either side of this chiseled slab are two statues, finely carved, almost lifelike, of sitting lions. The center of the slab is fitted with an inset bronze handle, directly in the middle. The pediment above the tomb is engraved with the name Xander, and on either side there's intricate vines and laurel leaves stretching out in both directions.
Well, we're clearly at the right place. There's what was the handle you said?
Directly in the center of the slab, that's blocking the entranceway.
Is it like it's like a ring that you lift up and like knock? Is it something?
It's more of a vertical rod with like a little bit of an alcove carved behind it, so it could be used as a handle.
I pull it.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Oh yeah, I got this shit.
You might.
Yeah. Yeah, a hell 7.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
You reach out and you grasp the cold metal in your hand and you pull on the bronze handle. It doesn't seem to give no matter how hard you pull. And just as you relax your grip, the slab effortlessly slides a bit in your hand.
Oh.
Maybe you should push it.
Yeah. I push it.
Pushing it slides back into place and locks.
Oh, that wasn't it.
Oh, fuck.
It's a good fucking decision there. All right, I'll pull it again. I need a hand here.
I'll come up and, glove around my hand so it doesn't stick.
I let her do the heavy pulling.
Motherfucker.
You're the fighter here. I help her.
Okay.
You help?
You pulling on it, Lycus. As Euron grabs it with you and pulls, you don't notice any difference in the resistance you get. As you pulled on it, it moved with the same ease as when you were pulling it yourself. But you can very easily pull it out away from the sepulcher if you choose to do so.
Yes. Hold it gently.
Yeah, pull gently.
Yep.
One finger.
Okay. It slides out for you.
That's weird. That's weird. That's fucking weird. Okay, what do we see?
All right. So, stone slab out of the way, you all crowd in. There's a hallway in front of you, dark, and you feel humidity brace your skin. Those with dark vision see stone archways holding up the ceiling and empty torch brackets lining the walls at regular intervals. The floor descends in wide steps of interlocking stone. At the rear of the hall, the stairwell leads down to the lower reaches of the tomb. Guarding the stairwell in the center of the hallway, you see a bronze statue of a kneeling, bull-headed minotaur.
I will describe what I see. There are torches for anyone who needs to light it. Yeah. No.
Dancing lights.
Okay. As the light spread throughout the chamber, you see the walls covered by colorful mosaics depicting ancient battles against Centaur, against Cyclops, and those brutish six-armed Gigans you faced before. You recognize the depiction of the Dragon Lord Xander, shown hewing the head off of a basilisk with a mighty swing of his axe. You see he is shown with 3 warrior companions. These mosaics stretch on either side of the hallway, depicting various battle scenes, glorifying the legacy of Xander Hurath, the first Dragon Lord. Continuing down the hallway, you see great kings and queens granting Xander and his companions ships and money. But this doesn't seem to be taking place in Thylea. The coastline, the way the trees are drawn is vastly different. Next, they show Xander and his companions standing before 5 dragons with an olive branch between them, seemingly making an alliance. Proceeding down the hall, the central mosaic shows the discovery of Thylea, and the final ones wrapping back around detail the war of conquest against the Centaur, Minotaurs, and Gigans. An inscription above the stairs reads, "Those who trespass in order to seek an audience with Xander Hurath must deal with the dead first ones."
The Minotaur.
Well, the last time I touched a fucking statue that wasn't moving, it came to life and almost bit my goddamn head off. So,
Yeah, but then I kicked it down the stairs, so...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the big brass bull, is that we said bronze minotaur that was in front?
Kneeling.
I'm going to try something stupid.
Oh,
Or
God.
not. We'll see. I'm gonna walk up and kind of stop within about 5-10 feet from it. Not quite melee range, just outside melee range. and I'll take a knee. And kind of just bow. And we seek an audience with Xander Horath.
Nothing but cool air coming from further down the passage greets you.
Oh, good. We're accepted. Perfect.
I'll stand up.
Oh, God. We're gonna die. Let's do this. I enter the tomb.
Okay. As you make your way down the hallway, you come to a fork in the tunnel. One leading left, one leading right. And we are going to pick up next week with the labyrinthine maze of the Tomb of Xander.